Thank you for your pledge on Patreon. Tyler Reyes.
Hey, yo, Flip.
Yo.
I'm going to put you on to some fire, man. They got this new beard wash company. They got the lotion and the everything.
What's their name?
They got a recovery room.
What's the name?
Maestro's Classic.
G-Money's up front.
I'll put you on.
I've been with you on the Maestro's, sure? Man. You forgot where I brought you? You forgot where I brought you up there?
Oh, man.
You forgot about Ghost?
All right. What's his name?
Ghost, you know again?
He cool, man. Ghost is cool, man.
Yo, make sure you get your Maestro's Classic beard care products today at Target, CVS, or go on maestrosclassic.com and use the promo code Queenzflip to get 10% off.
10%, that's it? I thought it was free if you put your...
Are you crazy?
All right, I got it.
Make sure you go there today. Log on maestroswithas.com. I'm from Queens. G-Money!
Yo.
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's good? We here.
Yo, man, I ain't gonna lie.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's
gonna be good.
We do our intros and stuff, but I want to cut the intros a little short today.
I think
I want to get straight into it because I definitely feel like people that tends to outdo. Just let me introduce you yet. People that tend to outdo their energy, outdo my energy. It kind of rubs me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man!
You got any sponsors today?
No sponsors today.
No sponsors today.
No sponsors today. No sponsors. Absolutely not.
Let my man get his laugh out.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No sponsors today.
No sponsors today.
I'm ready today.
You ready, Dave? G-Money!
Yo.
What episode is this?
140 something.
3. See that?
There you go. That's why you're the captain of this shit, man.
Nah. Hold on. Since you said that word, let me relax because he's showing off. Man. Let me relax. He came in here, with his Queensbridge bravado.
That's good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Oh man!
That was good.
But G-Money,
yo,
episode 143.
Nigga, we made it.
We got a special guest. We went straight into it.
Let's go.
Because he came in here with a lot of energy. Yeah. Press that. Press all that.
Oh man! Positive energy.
Queensbridge legend. Hip hop legend. I heard a lot of things about him. He caused a lot of trouble.
Wow.
But he also get to the bag. Round of applause for Tragedy Khadafi, man. Round of applause, man.
Yeah.
What up, man?
Yes. What's good, brother? How you, man?
Welcome to Flip the Script.
Welcome.
Yes. Finally here.
You comfortable?
I'm gracious.
Oh,
I'm gracious, man. I'm good.
Oh man. Where did the name come from?
My name?
Yeah.
The Tragedy name. They came at different times. You know what I'm saying? Different periods, whatever. Like the Tragedy name that came from. I didn't make the name for myself.
Right.
Like my block gave me that name.
Sorry, pardon me. Yeah.
Yeah, my block gave me that name. The street gave me that name. And Khadafi came. That moniker came later because I seen it was the '90s, man. Like that era where dudes were taking like mob monikers and those type of titles and names, and I wasn't feeling that. I saw The Godfather, man, when he was like, "Yo, give it to the niggas, like let them lose their soul." I was like, "Damn, I can't call myself that. I can't fuck with that." But that was my little thing. I got love for my Italians though; it's all good.
Right,
I just that made me not want to jump on that type of time.
Heard you.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so Queensbridge, born and raised.
Hold on.
Where you trying to go with it? What's up?
Hold on. Before we get into that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question. Because you keep it 100, yes? You keep it real?
Just ask me the question, man.
Yes or no?
I keep it true to myself. Yes, I do.
Keep it true to yourself.
Yes,
I
I
keep it
do.
true to mine as well.
Factual. Artifacts.
It's a laptop.
You said artifactual?
I said artifacts. Factual, yes.
What does artifact? Okay.
That means,
That's a good line. That's a good line. When you hear about you, we do hear the positive.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the Capone Noreagas and Nas's and what you brought to Queensbridge. But we also hear about stuff. There's also some negatives that come with you. What do you say to all the negative stuff that was said about all? Let me not say all because I didn't hear a lot, but some negative stuff that you hear about yourself.
Yo, you know what, man? Like, I don't even let that shit. I don't even let that shit stew in me. Like, like I got a different kind of history. I got a different kind of upbringing, and I got a different kind of fabric. Like that shit don't even. you know, it depends on who it comes from. You know, and then overall, at the end of the day, it's all the same shit anyway. So to me, it's just shit get revealed, you know what I'm saying? But I don't let it bother me like that on some serious shit.
Do you take any accountability for the stuff that, you know, because a lot of times I hear stuff about stuff with, you know, I told you earlier off camera, you know, there was some people reaching out. They wanted to talk about you regarding money. And this guy keep trying to come up here and talk about, you know, he talk about you regarding money. I guess you deading them on money or whatever. And that's what they do.
Yeah.
And I told him, like, you know, I'm not really interested. Well, I didn't tell him. I said that, you know, we'd rather get you up here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have somebody come up here. But then that's not the only story. We hear stories about situation even deriving with you and Mano situation pertaining to money.
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, do you take accountability? Like, yo, Flip, you know what?
Yo, I'm going to put it to you like this, man. You going to have situations where, you know, people are not going to come out advantageous in a situation. Everybody's not going to be happy. You know, like, you're going to have situations like that. If you're in this business and you don't have situations like that, some creepy shit is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have those type of situations. In terms of the Mano thing, like, I'm not really going to get into that, honestly, and I'm going to tell you why.
Respect.
I'm going to save that for my forum first. You got to give to yourself first.
Respect, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I'll get into depth about it on my forum. One, nobody just beat me up. That's just unfathomable. It don't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? You're just not going to wash me like that. Not that I'm invincible, not that I'm Superman, not that I'm trying to rehash anything. Because in all reality, like, I speak on it when I want to. It's not a big factor to me. I'm from Queensbridge, like, not to be funny enough I'm from Queensbridge, like, we're used to, like, we're raised like Spartans, like, as soon as you come outside out there, at least the area I'm from, you can't come outside with no new shit, no pretty sister, nothing.
Pull the mic. Let's hit the microphone forward. Yeah,
Is this good? You can hear me?
Yeah.
You can't come out with no new shit, you know, no pretty sister, no new bike. Like, you come outside, you gotta fight for that shit. And you gotta fight different cliques to keep your shit. So as far as shit like that shit is not new to me. It's not foreign to me. Like, I can go on some other shit, like, as far as my history and shit I've been through, getting jumped is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Do I like it? Of course not. I'm not into that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make me less of a man. In fact, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta jump a nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna just scrape me.
And I appreciate you being honest.
Yeah, straight like that.
I appreciate it. But what I'm saying is that, do you take any blame if something like that happened? Like, you know what? I caused that situation.
Listen. And it's business, right? In business, you do a situation, especially in regards to the Mano situation. First of all, I'm only answering this because it's been a daunting, haunting question lingering around. Most people don't have the courage or claim they have too much respect to ask me that question. Either or, it could be bullshit. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about shit like that because at first, when it came out, like, it bothered me, but it only bothered me in an egotistical sense. I wasn't used to getting jumped. You know what I'm saying? I was used to the one doing it. Okay, I got caught slipping. It happens. I'm fucking 48 years old, bro. I've been through the crack era. I got caught slipping one time. Look at all the million times I never slipped. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
I don't respect, you know, the fabrication on top of it. Like, don't come out like you just put paws on me and all of that. Like, nah, it wasn't like that. It was like 7, 8 on me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll still handle mine.
But do you take accountability? That's the question. Are you saying your Flip?
Not the jumping part. Again, I don't want to get into too much deeper the business of that because,
Respect.
you know, it was a situation where a deal was done. Now, anybody knows, see, when dudes do certain things, they do certain things, especially in this rap shit. Like, if I got a situation with certain dudes, I won't even put it on camera. Because I'm not that type of dude to be doing that like that. I got a show. I was telling y'all on my show.
Right.
It's certain situations that I got on dudes that I'm never gonna talk about. And they dubbed me and didn't come to the show. And I'm still not gonna do that. And it has nothing to do with them. It's my integrity. I'm not gonna pull my pants down for this shit. I'm not gonna do it. I look at people like Sway. I respect Sway. I don't see him pulling his pants down for it. He's not going. But everybody got their own thing. Accountability to the situation. The communication could have been a lot better on my end.
Respect.
In terms of booking the bag from him and taking, never that. You know what I'm saying? Not that. That's not even my motion. Like, but that's what you do when you want to justify a move. You know what I'm saying?
But, and you say you're gonna talk about it on your platform, but
yeah, yeah, for sure.
But one last question, and because I know Mano, personally.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine.
You should.
My thing I'm gonna ask you is that, you said that at the time, you know, we heard so much stuff about him, like wise. You know, but when the reason come out, it's like, you know, people try to say, oh, you know, was he justified or not? And as I said today to you, and I actually like the fact that you keep it in 100, you know what I mean? That actually, because it makes me feel pretty good. You respect me a little bit. No, I don't think so. But
no.
I mean, allow me. Let me get my shit off.
Yeah, do your thing, baby.
No. And the thing I'm trying to say is that you just admitted, Flip, the communication could have been better.
Yeah, it could have been.
You know what I mean? But, you know, he looked at it, or the story was that you tried to book him or tried to put money in the pocket.
Or for situation. Yeah, and at the time, I'm looking at him how I look at myself and thinking on that level. But obviously, that wasn't the case. And I feel like through a sense, he wanted a one-up.
You think so?
Yeah, because you wouldn't have did it like that. You know what I'm saying? To me, that was the you know, let his fangs out and say, you see how I am, like I'm like that was like, to me, like to get one up, and that's what had me in a way about it. Like, yo, bro, all right, my communication could have been better. You know what I'm saying? But I was getting a situation so I could eat anyway. I was gonna eat anyway, but you was gonna eat too. You know what I'm saying? And overall, he knows that. Like, come on, you know what I mean? That dude is not a dummy. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm not going to allow.
So it's ego thing, basically, just to have a, when you say, because use the word one up, he wanted to have a one up. Basically, what I'm taking it from is that you official, and he just wanted to, you know, because of your character, he wanted to violate.
Yeah. I felt that way. I felt that way.
Come on.
I felt that way. I did, because you know why? You know why? That shit wasn't that. Listen, hold on, wait.
In the corner with the seat, too?
Listen, hold on, wait, hold on, listen. That shit wasn't that. It wasn't nothing that we couldn't have sat down and built on.
But if he wasn't getting in contact with you, Tragedy, how he gonna build with you, bro? You just said it.
Yo, bro, listen, listen. I understand that, right? But once you go right to that.
Got it.
Come on, fam. We grown, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know what? Where's Marcus shit? I'm here by myself. That's your man. I'm from the street. He could feel away. This could be. I'm not like, yo.
This could be what?
Listen. I keep it Greenberry, dude. Like I'm a die on my feet, regardless. This what I'm saying. Not that it's. You understand where I'm coming from?
I understand what you're saying.
Like I'm gonna speak what it is to me and my perspective, regardless of whom or what. Nobody's gonna take that from me. And I say that to say, like, if this was, like I said, communication was bad. I'm not going to get into that right now. Like I said, I'm going to wait till it's my forum, because there's a lot of other things I could build on with other people that I don't, and never said nothing through all the shots. When you know what your design is, you don't have to respond for the sake of sensationalism. You don't have to respond for the niggas in the bleachers. I'm in the field. I don't live to be in the bleachers. But go ahead, speak ahead.
What I'm saying is that, and I'm going to move on from that. What I'm saying also is that, first of all, you know, me being from Queens and you being from Queens, you know, I feel like I have to always, being the person that I am, just state that who I'm associated with, who I'm affiliated with. Ain't no funny stuff going around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just as a man, I got to just like, yo, that's my friend, or that's, you know,
it's all good.
You know what I mean? And on top of that, he's aware that that we are mediaologists, which is a word I made up. We try to get into Webster. With journalists. You know what I mean? This is my job. You know what I mean? So that's just my character. But I have another question, not pertaining to that, but I was telling you, you know, a guy that wanted to come up here, and I told him, we good. Not we good, but they wanted to come up here, and they said that there was a situation, a guy named King Peru, where they gave you money for a verse, and King Peru and another guy named Heck Tech, they gave you money for a verse, and you never I guess, fulfilled it. I don't know. It's a whole story. I have to
All right,
shit
first
here.
of all, before you even ask me a question like that,
Mhm.
make sure you got all the dynamics of the question.
Respect.
Because
But you telling me how to do my interview now?
no. I'm just telling you how to move accordingly when you got a credible show, right? And you got dudes like that having you pose questions to me. That's what I'm telling you.
No, but I'm asking you. But
No, but
you could have said your Queen for I don't know them niggas.
No, but then I'd be lying. If
So
I
you
said
know
that.
them niggas.
Listen, that's not the point. The point is you can't say, yo, well, I don't know if it was they paid you for this or I don't know. You got to know what the question is.
I hear you.
What are you asking me then?
Are you aware of those guys? Did you do?
Of course I'm aware of those guys.
And you did business with them.
No, they didn't. We had an arrangement, right? We had an arrangement for a project, right?
I'm listening.
I guess, shit got funny with their money and they fell out and couldn't fulfill the whole obligation of the project. So once you can't fulfill that, I can't move with you no more. This is a business. It took me 30 years to build my brand and what I am in my life. So I'm not gonna have you just leech and be a no aura snatcher or for my motion like you a little remora fish on a shark swimming on the side of me for a little trip, and now you gonna eat off my shine and then try to bounce on from some other shit because your tax money ain't come through. Like, we're not doing that. We're not playing no games.
I mean, I want to respond to what you just said as far as like you're basically saying that make sure you have your question down packed. You know what I mean? Before you ask a question, somebody like you, yes?
No, yeah, basically.
But you telling me what to do then?
Nah, not at all. I'm not telling you.
No egos. I'm just saying you just.
Nah, we're not easing guard out. I'm saying if you're gonna ask me a question, but I want you to be specific. Wait, hold on.
It's the in between lines though.
I want you to be specific though because
respect.
I want you to be specific because though, like, I'm giving you a certain kind of respect right now.
You are,
because I'm feeling y'all energy.
I appreciate.
I'm not necessarily giving them the respect because for me to even talk about them or for you to even talk about them, maybe giving them a little more light than they deserve right now. We could be talking about bigger shit, doobie.
That's true, but then the reason why I brought it up because it shows how I feel. It showed a pattern.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I brought it up because they've been trying to reach out for a while and keep trying to reach out. This is what I'm telling you.
I just spoke to this dude. The dude Hec Tech just hit me.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's a whole story. It's not a validate question. Just said you just want to talk about a situation. Exactly here. He brought Mano name up. I'm going to talk about a situation that with tragedy. That's what he said. He feel like being robbed. I have a dope story about being robbed by tragedy. There's no specific question. You know what I mean? So I'm asking you that because he's used the word robbed, that's why I couldn't give you actual.
Listen, he should feel
question.
he should feel gracious and blessed right now that me and you are even bringing
Facts.
his name up right now.
Okay, cool.
That's why. Hold on. Do you know this dude from a verse?
No.
Excuse me. Let me ask you a question now. Do you know a Hec Tech verse?
Never heard of
Do
him.
you know a King Peru verse?
No.
But you're posing these questions to me, and this is a dialogue coming between you and I to show a pattern from Mano. Like, Mano at least put a little work in, and he can get a little ear as to be like, yo, well, what happened? I don't understand why these dudes are having a life right now. But I answered the question still because I'm not soft. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta put that out there because
I don't think you.
I'm not saying you do.
Oh.
I'm not saying if I felt like that about you, brother, I would just be like, yo, I can't this dude. Or whatever, I would just sit here and be on some other shit.
Yeah,
like,
I got you.
I'm honest with myself. Like,
I see.
I gotta look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be a dickhead. You know what
I don't think you. I don't. None taken.
I just, you know what I
I
mean?
am the king of that. Pause.
Factual. And I see that.
You can't say factual. That means you.
No. Okay, you know why I said factual? Because I am too.
Ooh,
I am too, bro.
I love this nigga, man.
Straight like that.
Nah, you right though. You right. You right.
But you understand what I'm saying? Like,
I see what you're
and
saying.
niggas is getting life right now. Like,
I see what you're
you
saying.
can't pay for this. You got sponsors?
I do.
Damn, these niggas just got hit. These niggas got they got real estate just now. They got real estate just now.
But look what you just said though. But then also it looked crazy because you just said you just spoke to him.
No, I spoke to him via DM. He DM'd me like, yo, what's up? Or one of them shits inboxed me on Facebook, asked me how I was doing. I'm like, yo, I'm good. What's up? You know what I'm saying? And he left it at that. But you hitting this nigga telling him you got fucking stories of me. Nigga, if I ever robbed you, nigga, come on, listen,
Let's
stop.
move on. Let's move on, G. Let's
Please,
move on.
man. This is good. No, this is good shit, man.
You
I like to hear the little whispers, you know what I'm saying?
I hear the people talk.
I like to hear the little whispers, man.
I can tell though, but you don't look uncomfortable.
Nah, listen, bro.
Is it a Queensbridge thing?
Nah, man. It's like, it's a life thing, man. You can't do this shit without making enemies, man. At this level, man. Niggas is gonna come with, watch, you'll see. But you don't care. You probably started off like that. See, you don't care.
Wow. That's a very good judge of character.
With you, man.
Started off like what? Started off not caring or started off doing what they did?
Crazy.
Nah, that's ill. That's ill. I see where you going with that.
That was a backhanded compliment, Chief?
Nah, it wasn't like that. It was a compliment. You know what I'm saying? It was a compliment. Because, you know, a lot of people, one thing I don't like, bro, I don't like going on shows and dudes be like, they're not themselves because they feel like, yo, listen, man, ask what you want to ask. Like, I respect that. Because I've had interviews with dudes, like I said, I got a show, I'm about to drop it, where I done had my mans on the show, and this dude is like going all around, and I'm like, nigga, I know you 20 years, like, just tell the truth. And I'm like, wow, I just lost I lost mad respect for you. Like, we just finished talking about this when we was drinking and smoking. Now the camera come on, you a different nigga. I don't understand that. That's not me, man.
He said they getting real estate. Keep it moving, yeah. Keep it moving.
I'm just saying, they are. Don't you think so?
I believe you.
You worked hard for this, man. You the rent costs, man.
Why you gonna say the address on here, man? We gotta mute that.
Shit, this shit costs money.
It do.
It ain't free, I know.
It do, but look how crazy that is, though. You know what I'm saying? Look, we should match all the pages, but it's cool. It's just people. I don't know. I can't judge them. I don't know them. You know, if he hit you up like that to check out how you doing, and then said that's
how dudes do, man. And what it was is he see me doing something, but this how it is. Like niggas, like I got a circle of friends, man, that they not even online. My circle of friends, man. They not online. They don't do that. They don't live for comments, man.
Understood.
I do in a sense. I ain't gonna lie. I hustle too. Well, our lives is different, but my friends, they stay away from that shit. Like, so it's like when I know who my friends are, I don't expect niggas to be my friends that's just trying to remora off my aura.
But is it ever, last question, is there ever a way for you to rectify any issues? Like, would you ever sit down and have a conversation? If somebody said they have an issue with you, they want to, or you leave it alone. The past is the past. You let people feel how they feel.
I try to clear it up. You know what it is with me, man? It's like, and I noticed this a lot too. Like, and it's something I take accountability for. And like one, with me, it's like people are gonna go off of the urban legend of me, and they're gonna put that, like, it's crazy. Like I'll do a situation with dudes, and dudes will be scared to really tell me what they want. I'm telling you what the situation is with me. These are the lines. These are, you know what I'm saying. But because they don't even really know me. They just going off some shit they heard or some shit they feel they got from the energy or whatever, and they're going off of some shit, and it's like they're not putting everything on the table, so to speak. I'm not gonna put all his business out there, you know what I'm saying, because I don't do that either. But that was a situation with these dudes, like at least one of them, you know what I'm saying? Basically, we was doing a project and the dude ran out of money, bro. Like, what do you want me to do, bro? Like, I can't do nothing with you. You know what I'm saying? So like now you telling me, yo, 1 week, I had to do this. I can't give you all this money. Yo, bro, that's not, we got an agreement. I'm out. Keep that shit. I'm gone. That's what all that was. You know what I mean?
All right, so we off that now.
Why is he staring at me like this, man?
That's what he do sometimes, man.
Okay. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, where you from, Queens?
I'm from Linden the Farmers.
Ooh, that's
Webber Nitty era, right?
Yeah, Webber Nitty. Yeah, we
All right.
We don't have to get into that, man. Why you get that?
Yo, so real quick, what is it about Queensbridge that breeds all of this talent, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people that came from Queensbridge, a lot of talent, artists, DJs. You know, like what's in the water, or like what's in the air out there in Queensbridge?
To me, honestly, it's the same as any other area.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Where you got situations going on, you got streets, it's just Queensbridge is maybe first of all, it's the world's largest projects.
Right.
So of course the ratio is gonna be bigger. You're gonna have more it's the biggest concentrated area of housing, right? So it's not like it's like, look at Jamaica, right? Look at 50. You got 50. You got Run DMC. You got fucking, you know what I'm saying? You
Those boys.
Yeah, you got mad dudes coming out of Jamaica.
Mm.
But Jamaica is spread out. If it was concentrated, then it would be like a bridge. And then you'd be saying, damn, how the fuck all these dudes come out of Southside Jamaica out of 40 projects?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of look at that in a sense. Then there's a sense where, anywhere you have great templates, great archetypes, it's only right that the motion progresses and advances.
Great templates like who?
Like Marley, like Shan, like Marley damn near invented sampling. In chopping beats. Like, what comes out of the essence of that is gonna be great shit. And then you gotta figure out that becomes a nucleus, and then everybody's volleying to get to that, to get on. You know how it is. We niggas. When they see niggas selling crack successfully, everybody starts selling crack.
Do me a favor. Turn the mic. No. Just, you see the mic? Because they're saying that. Yeah, there we go. Now, you can leave it like that. No, I wanted you to turn it down towards you how you was leaning, like that, yeah. To talk inside the
all right, like this,
the logo.
All right.
If you're going to sit up like that, turn it up. No, turn it up now. There we go.
Turn it up now.
Okay, nah, that's too high, man.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, man.
Sure.
Positive. Stop playing around me, man. Taking off your jacket. There you go.
Let's go.
Oh, man.
There you go. Where my man go? Now you comfortable, huh? Huh? He had to fill it out. He gonna say some good things. He gonna say some good things about me. But yeah, that Queenzflip dude, man. He, nigga walked in there.
Nah, we good.
Yeah.
It's gracious, man.
And sit over a little bit so you can talk in the mic. Just a little more, please.
Like, yo, sit over, scoot over.
Cause they telling me, hey yo, Bob, come here and make sure the mic is
right
good.
Here.
Yeah.
This good.
Yeah, it's good. Should be good. Just talking the logo, yeah.
Yeah.
So who was before Marley Marl in Queensbridge that had like the template for hip hop?
Marley was part of a group, actually.
Juice Crew, right? What was that? Was that him that started Juice Crew or somebody else?
Juice Crew was, honestly though, bro, like the Juice Crew's not a group. You know what I'm saying? As much as I hate to say that, but it's true. The Juice Crew's not a group. What consists of a group? One song? The Juice Crew only had one song. That's not a group, bro.
Okay.
Was Wu-Tang a group?
Yeah.
Mobb Deep a group? Niggas got more than one song, more than one album.
Facts.
That doesn't constitute a group, one song to me.
So who's before Marley Marl?
Oh man, you had mad dudes before Marley. You had Jabby Jab, you had Disco Twins, you had all type of dudes, man. You know
But Marley is one
that
that
brothers. You had all brothers. See, Marley. What made Marley exceptional was that Marley was you had different kinds of music at that time. Like what we learned, what we called later, what we call house music. Marley was doing, but it was called electric. Like that Mantronics shit. Remember Mantronics? How old are you?
I'm 32.
Oh yeah, Look that up though. That was right after though. Like you was coming up like right after that. Look up Mantronics. Like they were like, it was house music, but it was like they called it electric. It was more harder edged than like house shit, and that's what Marley was into. And to me, when I look back at Marley's history, he kind of fell into hip hop by accident.
Really?
Because as an electric producer, those dudes are mad technical with sound. That's why when he started sampling, it was like, oh shit, this nigga shit is crispy. Like, you was hearing other dudes like, Red Alert was producing, and you had dudes like what's his name? Fucking Herbie Lovebug, and you had them type of dudes, but Marley's the first dude to come with a technical, chopped up, clean, tweaked sound for samples.
Well, he was DJing first though, right?
Yeah, he was DJing first. And so, that alone kind of like opened hip hop up in a different way. Like, it gave it a different type of, just like how, to me, like Dr. Dre like had the funk shit in hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit went on to be like G-funk and what they call like gangster shit. But like Marley had the groove of hip hop. Cause look at all his shit he was sampling. It was all groove based. James Brown, the Meters, all them niggas is groove based bands and artists. But anyway, that sparked something in the area because he was the go-to nigga. That's like, Chapo living in fucking in Basic Projects. Everybody in Basie's got it now. They going to Chapo, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that was with Marley, and that to me like had a little bit to do with dudes having, a certain energy in them from that area.
Right.
There's a million other reasons, but we ain't got to go into that right now. I don't know how much time we got.
We got time.
Let me ask you a question. Take us back a little bit about you, your childhood, being born in Queensbridge, or not in Queensbridge, but being raised there. Take us back as far as you can remember. Where you was born, about your parents. Did you live with both parents, one of them?
I was born in Southside Jamaica.
Really?
Yeah.
That's my side.
I moved to Queensbridge when I was about 5-6 years old. And even once I moved to Queensbridge, I was always in South. My whole family lived out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came from like a different type of. My grandmother had 9 kids. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of cousins, and I was in the younger batch, or the middle batch, I should say. So I always hung around my cousins. Like, that was my crew. You know what I'm saying? Until life started happening, and niggas start going different ways, getting killed, all type of other shit. But for the most part, like I moved to Queensbridge, and like when I moved to Queensbridge, I had a hard time adjusting to that shit because, I'm like I said, I'm used to having family around me and having space and freedom, and Queensbridge was the total opposite. You know what I mean?
So who moved with you to Queensbridge? The whole family moved with you to Queensbridge?
Yeah, well, my whole family consisted of my mom, my step-pops, and my sister at the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
My real pops died. So my step-pops raised me, you know what I'm saying?
He died when you was younger?
Yeah, I wasn't born yet.
Do you know how he died?
Nah.
Okay.
Stories, but I don't want to get into that.
Respect. On your own form.
Yeah.
Of course you will. Tell us about your mother.
My mom's, which one to know?
What type of woman was she? What do you remember about her?
My mom's is a serious individual. Different type of individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was just different. Like, I don't know, like, I looked for my moms to be a certain way with me that she wasn't. You know what I mean? I would look for my moms, like, if I had a fight and my lip was busted, I would, I would look for her to patch it up, you know what I'm saying? And my mother wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying?
What's your ethnic background?
What do you mean?
What's your ethnic background?
I'm Nigerian and Indian.
Because, they had, when you do research on you, they had like a little clip talking about poverty you came from. So you came from poverty.
Yeah.
So you would say that you came from poverty?
Yeah.
Did you have to raise yourself, or like was it like one of those situations?
I mean, yeah, I had to raise myself for a large part of my childhood. Yeah, definitely. And my sisters and brothers.
You weren't the oldest.
I am the oldest.
You ain't oldest how many?
5.
Oh wow. So I got it.
Yeah.
So one of those situations.
Yeah.
Got you.
I got the weight.
Got the weight. You get me upset a little bit.
Why you say that?
Cause look at where the mic is at and look how you talking.
Oh man, my bad, bro. I'm comfortable here. That's why part of me. I should be more tense than sitting up behind the mic. My bad.
Do you want me to have my man?
Give me a better mic to sit in front of.
No, pause. Do you want me to have my man slide? Wow. Do you want me to have my man pause? Yo, Ebot, come in here real quick, man.
Yo, we grown. We ain't got this.
Nah, because you're all relaxed, but I want you to.
Bro, I told you, bro. Listen, bro. I get up 5 in the morning, bro. I work out. I don't smoke cigarettes no more. I'm clean. Like, bro, I'm on some shit, but my body's not used to it. So I'm getting up mad early, and I'm tired right now. My voice is breaking, cracking. But
just move the mic a little bit, so this man can be comfortable, man. Which one is this one?
My son brought out the U87, the Newman, Ebot, right?
Yeah, man.
Is it Ebot?
You're just gonna have 2?
Have you ever brought 2 mics out for another guest before?
No.
Yo, good looking, Ebot. Word up. Fuck with you, man. He knows. He gets it.
I don't like it at all, to be honest. But
2 mics, word. That's real.
It's not real, man. That's not real at all.
Why
nigga.
did he have to say it's not real?
It's not. Nigga, you sit up
It
and
is
sit
real,
right.
bro.
First time, man.
Yeah.
First time ever on the show.
That's
You
it.
leaning
I
around.
like breaking records, man. I did something good, man.
You ain't do nothing
This
good.
is something good, see? Talk
No, it's
about
not.
this.
Tell
The
me
first time you brought out 2
something
mics.
good.
You just want to talk about dog shit, yo. When the first time you saw the boogeyman, yo. You want a nigga to leave and think about all type of other shit. Damn, yo.
I saw you went to the zone
I had
like
it bad.
no. I just no. And the reason why I asked that about family because it came like when I looked at your name, they have like this little. I looked at your name, and this little article came up about you growing up in poverty. They said something about your mom, but I'm not gonna just come out and ask.
Yeah,
you
no, I
about your
respect
mom.
it. My mom's was
out of respect.
Yeah, no, respectfully, I love my mother. My mother was a heroin addict. I love my mother. I'm not devaluing my mother because my mother was real. My mother helped a lot of people get off drugs before she died. So, and my mother would be the one to say, yo, I was on heroin, straight up and down. And she always would tell me, yo, you sick as your secrets. My mother dropped a lot of jewels on me that I just started realizing now. Word to mother. So, I'm joking when I say, oh, like, I love my mother. Like, you know what I'm saying? She taught me a lot of shit I taught these rappers out here. They don't even realize I got it from my mother. I got it from Superman. But she was all woman, you feel me?
I understand.
Factual.
What was your relationship with your stepfather?
Yo, man, you know what? I gotta say this, man. Like, for a large part of my life, like, I was really, like, bitter. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, on some serious shit, I'm just starting to become happy. And learning how to be happy, dead serious. And I'll say that because a lot of things, I focused on a lot of shit I didn't have. And that shit'll make you real bitter without you realizing it. And now I'm starting to realize, look, in retrospect, and go, damn, I had a lot, though. Because, see, when you ask me about my relationship with my stepfather, he was doing this shit, too, doing this shit. He went up north, and, you know what I'm saying, he went to Clinton. You know how he started bumping his head. He took his shahada. You know what I'm saying? But I respect him. Because he was like, yo, when I come home, he wrote me. He's like, yo, wrote me from Clinton. He's like, yo, when I come home, shit's going to be different. And, you know, I'm in the street like, yeah, all right, nigga. Like, I just read this shit like, whatever. Like, but he did exactly what he said he was going to do. And I respect him for that. And I love him for that. And that's my best friend right now to this day. And when I was little, even when he was doing this shit, when they told me he wasn't my physical father, it blew my mind because he treated me better than he treated his physical kids. You would never knew. I just used to be going, you know, to Linden, South Road. I mean, South Road to the crib. You know where the milk factory is? We live right across the street. You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy because all of my peoples lived in the 3-4 block radius. So I would go to Mama's house. Mama lived right next to the milk factory. right across the street. The house right across. They now they row houses. I just went over there a couple of days ago too. It's crazy. Just to zone out. Little Jamaican lady. She's like, you looking like you missed something over here. I was like, yeah, I do. You know what I'm saying? I used to play over there as my shit. But anyway, I leave mama crib. I had a little Chips motorcycle. And my grandmother would come on the porch and be on the phone with the long wire and be like, he's coming across the street. I go across the street to my real father's crib. And then after that, I would go, my moms would come get me, and then I would go to my step-pop's mother's crib. So, but I was smart. I used to be like, yo, why I got 3 grandmothers? And my mom's be like, ah, you special, don't? But you know what I'm saying? You get older and you like, yo, this shit is funny. What the what's going on with this shit? Like, you know, and just one, like, my grandma, she would look at me, my real pop's moms, I felt uncomfortable when she would look at me because she would always look at me, and I thought she was sad that I was coming around. But later on, when I got put on, I was like, yo, she was looking at me like, oh, shit, like, I got my nigga, like, I got my son back. But, you know, you young, you like, yo, this lady's crazy. She keep looking like she gonna cry when she look at me. I don't want to go over there no more. You know what I'm saying?
Your father was a hustler?
Yeah, he was selling drugs and doing his shit. You know what I mean? But my pops was 18, so he didn't have like a, you know what I'm saying?
When he passed away, he was 18?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, you're in Queensbridge, you're Justin. Mom's is, you know, you're taking care of, you know, when did you go outside? Who did you meet? Like, who introduced you to the outside world?
She did.
Mama Love?
Yeah. I told you she was different. She was like, yo, why you in the room so much? Like, go outside. Go ride your bike. And I'm like, I seen them niggas when we was moving in. I'm not going out there with my bike. You crazy? I'm good. I'm staying in here.
Yeah.
But, you know, she wanted to do her thing, too. So she's like, yo, get out of my face. Like, why the f*** you sitting up under me? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, so we got a lot of people that's tuned in from like all over the world. You know what I'm saying? From New York to you know Chicago to Africa. Like, tell them like a typical day in Queensbridge. Like, what is like?
It depends. It depends on what kind of home life you got and what type of family structure you got. But for me, it was wake up. You know, turn on the radio. I woke up and I always just turned on the radio. That's the first thing I did. And I would just stay in my room for a little while, listening to the radio, and kind of like figuring out what the fuck I was gonna go do to get some money. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just jump off of my fucking bunk bed and just kind of like just walk out in the street. It's like I was a grown man and shit when I was like 11. I would just get up like and just walk outside on some. My moms might not see me for a week. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
To the point where she was just like, yo, listen, man, this dude, like, she ain't say it in them words, but she was like, basically, like, just do what you, like, take care of yourself type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. So
she kind of let you learn the streets and learn how to be a man and how to grow on your own a little bit.
Part of it was because she couldn't, it's funny because, like, I remember when it happened, like, I didn't have a bike or some shit, and, like, I went and took a bike and got caught, and she had to come and get me. And any other time I did something, she'd flip on me, but this time she looked and it broke my heart. She looked defeated, and it was because of me. Like, I hurt her that much, you know what I'm saying? Like, but she was like, yo, there's nothing I could do anymore with him. And that shit made me feel bad. Like, damn, like, you did that to her? Like, you must be really fucking up, you know what I'm saying? You piece of shit, nigga. Like, even though she was rough, like, I hated to make her cry and shit. I felt like a sucker if I did that.
So what kind of things went on in Queensbridge and the projects outside? Like, you know, what anything different that we wouldn't expect to go on? Any
Yo,
other projects?
it was a lot of camaraderie, believe it or not. Like, I saw a lot of unity in the bridge coming up. It sort of like evaporated overnight, but I saw a lot of unity. Like, after a while, when I moved out there, and I started coming, and I, you know, after a while, I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to fight for my shit. So once I started doing that, and I started making bonds and shit, like, some of those bonds went, like, they was real deep.
Right.
Just from fighting for, like, I might have had a fight for my sneakers or some shit, or my skates, and that wound up being, like, one of my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What were you doing out there though? Like, were you hustling?
I was doing everything. I was stealing, hustling. I did whatever.
And who was one of your first, or who was your friends out there when you were younger? Who did you?
The streets was my friends. You gotta understand. I was a kid. Like, I was playing hooky in the 2nd grade, getting on the train, on the F train. That's when the F train went straight to fucking. I don't know if it still does. It went straight to Coney Island. And I would get on the fucking F train and ride that shit to the last stop.
2nd grade?
In the 2nd grade. And you know what I would do, yo? This shit is crazy. I would go. I'm scared to death to do this shit now as a grown man. Yo, I would go under the boardwalk of Coney Island. Remember now, it's fit like it's different now. Like, it don't have that under shit. Like, where you could go under there and live and shit. But I used to be under there talking to fucking winos. Like, they could have kidnapped me and raped me or some shit under there. And I'm in the 2nd grade talking to these niggas, but in my mind, I was like really intrigued. Like, yo, why are you under here? Like that shit was like the quest of the universe to me. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. But I'll sit there and be listening to them, and I would give them my lunch and shit. Like,
Really?
Yeah, dead serious.
You by yourself out there? You went by yourself?
Yeah, at first I was by myself, and then my sister threatened to tell on me. So I was like, yo, damn, like, if you tell, like, you would never know what hooky is. And she's like, hooky? I'm like, yeah, yo, you gotta do this shit, because I knew if she came with me, she couldn't tell.
Mm-hmm.
So I coerced her to tell. That shit was fucked up, but yeah, it's fucked up. My sister's beautiful though. She's smart. She's a genius. She's good. She's all right. She's a wolf. But
So you was playing hooky and all that stuff. You did all that stuff. What made you get into the music?
yo, I couldn't do nothing like my other friends could do. Like, my mom's is on me because she was like, yo, your pop's nice and bald. You know, he fucking played for ISA and all this other shit.
Shout out to ISA, okay.
Yeah, I went to ISA too.
Oh,
I'll tell you about that later. But I wound up having to live out there with my father's mother, my real father's mother. My mom was like, yo, I can't take this nigga no more. But, you know, like, I tried to do other shit, but it just didn't. To me, everything has a rhythm to it. Like, if you play ball, like, you see dudes that's exceptional and great and amazing in ball, it's because they got a certain kind of rhythm when they play ball.
I agree.
Same thing with a fighter. He has a certain kind of a rhythm when he fights. You know what I'm saying? I didn't never find my rhythm until I started rhyming. Then I was like, oh shit. Like, I was the little dude, I come outside with a knife and shit, but I got a book under my waist. But I would hide the book so nobody could see it. You know what I mean? Like, and I would go off and niggas be doing shit and I go off and read this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like rhyming was like, I found me in it.
How'd you get started though? Like, what made you even?
I had a cousin, man. My cousin, she's from Far Rockaway. I used to live out there too. So my cousin would come from Far Rockaway and shit, and she was like always, you know, she was one of them cousins. I had a lot of female cousins, and they was all on they hoodies with the Playboy bunny shit, with the big earrings, and you know what I'm saying. They was all light skinned and with their little curly hair shit. So all the dudes was on them. So they would be going to all the parties, and they would be coming back with these tapes, and I would be like going to their crib, they come to my crib, but I would like pick these tapes up and start playing them and shit. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? And it was like Crash Crew, Funky 4 Plus One More. This is like real old school shit. Yeah. And I was like, yo, these niggas is ill. Like, and that's how I got into it at first. You know what I mean? Like listening to it, like and shit like that. But when I started, what made me want to rhyme was Spoonie G. And then later on, the fucking Message with Melly Mel, that verse, like, that shit was crazy to me. Like, I was like, yo, this nigga's talking to me. Like, I've never been in jail. I was a little nigga, but I felt like I was a grown-ass man.
Right.
And I was like, yo, when he was like, stick up kid, look what she did. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, one day you was found hung dead in the cell. It was plain to see that your life was lost. You was cold as your body swung back and forth. I was like, yo, how the fuck could you say that? Like, to me, that shit was like the most profound, graphic shit you could ever say. Niggas before that was going, ha, 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 ha. I wasn't with that shit like that. But this nigga was like, yo, he was cold as his body swung. And I saw that shit when he said it, and I was like, yo, I see that shit. Like, and I wrote that rhyme out. And I just kept saying that shit over and over again. Until, like, I just started venturing into my own shit. Yeah.
Who was the first person that you rapped for that kind of like gave you your cosign?
Poet. Yeah, love Poet. Love Poet for that. Yeah, love him for that, man. I always say that. He was like, I was like, yo, you like that shit? He was like, what? No, that shit is crazy. I was like, word? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh shit, like, Poet. Yeah.
What your mom think?
Yo, at first my mom was just like, what the fuck is you doing? Ain't poetry. Like, she kind of looked at it like you want to be a male nurse, like, you know what I'm saying? But then, like, one day she heard me, and she was like, yo, you got all right with that shit, like, and I was like, all right, you know. That was
mom's cosign is over, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like.
That's what you know is real.
I got her attention because I said a line about the last poets. So she was like, what the fuck you know about the last poets, little nigga? Like, and I was like, I know about the last poets. And I start she was like, what you know? And I started telling her some of their songs, like The Revolution Won't Be Televised. She was like, how the fuck you know about this shit? And I was like, yo, my man with the record. She was like, yo, all right, like, you on your shit, like. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that was that.
So after that, what's next? Now you start to see that as a little serious. You start to, like, what's the grind like back then? Because I know now it's kind of like if you want to rap, you want to sing, you know, you get an Instagram page, you get, you know, YouTube, you start putting stuff up. Back then, we didn't have that.
Yo, bro, if I had this shit now back then.
Crazy.
Like, this shit is ill. This shit is like the illest age to me. Like, not necessarily with music, but with connection. Like, you get, like, this shit is crazy. Like, if I had this shit, yo, first of all, I just told you I was the kid with a knife on my waist with a book. So I was the nigga sneaking off reading because it wasn't fly to read. But I had to read, like, I was thirsty. I was hungry for information. If I had YouTube, my nigga, yo, do you understand what I would be if I had YouTube when I was a kid? I was a nerd, my nigga, like, and you ain't really know it. Because I'll fight you, you know what I'm saying? But I was a nerd, like, I'm into that shit. If I had YouTube, man, it would have been crazy. If I had YouTube and nobody else had YouTube, it might be a fucked up thing, man.
So how you start grinding with
it? Might be a multiverse, huh?
So how'd you start grinding back then for the you know, get your name buzzing and everything back then? Because like you said, it's different.
Yeah, it was basically like, I ain't gonna lie, man. It was like Marley, man. You had to, like, excuse me, damn. You had to get with Marley. You had to get with Marley. You had to get with Red. It's dudes you had to get with. You had to have, like, that liaison down motion, like, and, you know.
Now back then, Marley and Red, like, were they on some cool type time, or that it was Hollywood where you had to really impress them for somebody else?
Yeah,
so
like,
put on.
I mean, you know, like, back then, like, they was the dudes. So even if they didn't have money, they knew the power they held.
Right.
You could feel it. You could feel when you that dude. Anybody does. People start treating you different. They can start laughing at your jokes and they ain't not even funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like you're that dude. Like, and Marley, you could tell Marley knew he was that dude.
Right.
And yeah, like, I'm aggressive. I'm a Leo. I'm aggressive.
I'm a Leo too, man.
I figured that. I figured you was a Leo. You serious though? You a Leo for real?
Yeah, July 29th.
Yeah, so yeah, I figured that.
July 30th. Out here. Leo gang.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I knew, like, that in order for me to get on, or even just know that I was worthy or value, or you know, I could do it. I had to get with this dude. You know what I'm saying? And if he shot me down, I mean, I felt like if he shoots me down, then maybe I ain't good enough. That's how I felt at the time, yeah. But then again, knowing me, I probably would have been like, took that and been like, yo, fuck that. You I'm gonna show this dude, like, you know what I'm saying? I was one of them little kids, like, fuck this, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like,
So what's your approach? Like, do you sit home and get like a 16 ready for him, like, or how do you go into the game to go see Marley?
You know what I did? Like, I had two friends, man. One name was Panic, and one name was Hot Day. You know what I'm saying? And
DJ Hot Day?
yeah, and Hot Day, like, Hots is ill. He's still ill, but Hots was like, these were dudes that was like a year or two older than me, but they were so advanced with like vision and like even business. And me and Hot started vibing, but me and Hot started vibing from me and Panic. So Panic was kind of like, yo, I'm in it, but Hots is the real one you should start fucking with. And I was like, all right, because in my mind was, I'm going where it's at. Whoever gonna get me there, I'm fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? And dudes would be like, yo, what you doing, shorty? Like, and I'm be like, and I hit him with some shit. And they be like, oh shit, like, this little dude's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talking about this type of shit. Anyway, long story longer, what happened?
Long story longer. I like that. That's good.
I wound up doing a demo with Hots. Hots was a DJ at a club called USA Skating Ring. It used to be a skating ring on Queens Boulevard, right up from Queens Plaza, not too far from it. And Hots was a DJ there, him and Black J, and I wound up getting in. They wound up getting me on the mic, and you know what I'm saying? We did a joint called Go Queensbridge, and me and Hots wound up pressing the record. And we started, it was the Take It Off joint to the Spoonie G. And we started getting more spins of the original record. So like we started getting a buzz from there. But Marley still wasn't really fucking with us like that. So I just started going to his crib. Knocking on his door, you know what I'm saying?
Did he know you at the time?
Hell no, he ain't know me.
But you know where he lived at, because y'all in the same hood. So
you in the same hood. It's like fucking LeBron living in your hood. Like, yo, where LeBron live? Yo, he live right there. He live on that block. You get to the block, yo, where LeBron live? Yo, he live in that building. Yo, you get to the building, where LeBron live? Yo, he in 2B. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I kept going to his crib. Every day I went to his crib. I'm getting maturer now, but when I was, at that time, I was relentless. Like, I didn't give a fuck what you thought. You could say, oh, this nigga's, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Like, I'm getting to that mic. You gonna give me that, you know what I'm saying? So after a while, like, no lie, probably like, it was like 6 months, maybe 7 months.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Me going to his crib before he he would dub me every time, like, yo, I'm busy, yo. But I didn't mind too much too, because as I'm in the hallway, I'm hearing some of hip hop's classics being made. So I would just be like, oh shit. So I'm studying how niggas is doing their bars. I didn't know song structure. Right. I learned sitting in the hallway, listening to Rakim, listening to Biz, listening to Shan, listening to Roxanne. That's how I learned song structure. I counted. I started counting this shit, and I learned that shit. I was like, oh shit, I know how to. So by the time I got to Marley where he heard me, I had a song done. And it was called Coke Is It. It was about a nigga family growing up in the family. His family's on drugs and shit. And the song was called Tragedy. That's how I got the name Tragedy from that record.
Okay.
So Marley came to the door. I was like, yo, just hear this real quick. And I started rhyming. He was like, he opened the door this way. And I was like, oh shit. And I kind of like stood there like, I didn't expect that shit.
Right.
I was like, if he turn me away on this one, I'm gonna come back. You know what I mean? Like, the nigga let me in. And he was like, yo, and I think too, like at that time, I would like to think, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was dudes he's working with that like they had the right, and like when it came, like I was always running in there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to tell me the right, I got shit already, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in there, like, yo, I got my shit, I got 10 books ready for you, what's up? And he just was throwing beats and be like, damn, like, when you gonna stop? I made 3 records back to back, and like he dropped them shits like years later, like, you know what I'm saying? but they was in the street already, like on the tape. Like that's when you wasn't on a mixtape. Like niggas just, you tired, son? This nigga's falling asleep.
Nah.
Yo, what's good, Flip?
I'm not falling asleep at all. I'm waiting. I'm listening. My man getting his, because I'm reading some stuff. Read something that kind of bothered me about you, about your son. That I don't know why I'm just now seeing that. That just threw me all the way out.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that right now.
My son fell out the window.
Yeah. I don't want to get into that. That's why my head was down, because I was reading something about the incident and what you said word for word. And I'm reading it, and it just threw me off. That's why I got quiet like that.
Yeah, I felt it too.
Yeah, that bothered me a lot. You know what I mean? What you said, girl knocked on the door. But I don't want to get into that right now. That made me feel crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just now. That's why I was looking at it. The same thing with, then I read something about, you getting tortured as a teenager. Yeah. So my mind is going like that. So I'm listening to G, and I'm just waiting for, he's doing the right things.
Respectfully, I got you.
Yeah, but it's just that whole thing threw me off. These two things, and I want to get into it, but
yeah, we can do it.
No, I mean, I just want to hear the story. Cause I feel like a lot of times artists kind of bypass those stories about how they got on. They kind of say, "Oh yeah, I was rapping, then I met this person, and I got a deal." Like you know what I'm saying? They skip the middle part. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, now it's different with social media. Everyone knows how to kind of, not how to get on, but everyone posts a picture up, videos up, blah blah, YouTube. I want to hear the stories from back then, how y'all really grinded out. Like you said, 6 months just about.
Yo, and
you know what I'm saying?
You
That's
gotta
crazy.
Remember, and you gotta remember, like the anticipation was everything. Mm-hmm. Like if you had a certain kind of spot, like my thing was, I could say like I was a kid that you didn't expect to be rhyming like that, to talk about certain things like that. But to me, I wasn't a kid. Like I never had a chance to be a kid. Like even now, when dudes is in that boy shit, I would take offense to that. Instinctively, I take offense to that. I can't help it. And some people, I actually pull them to the side, and I'm like, yo, I do it with little finesse. I don't just. I'll be like, yo, let me talk to you for a minute. I'm like, yo, don't call me that boy shit. And I mean, some people, if you, like I said, I got friends that they're not on social media, because for me to say this to a populace, they wouldn't understand that. They probably listening to me now like I'm crazy. But I don't care, because I had good friends, and they always be like, yo, tell your story. Because I'm not just telling my story, I'm telling their story too. And some of them ain't breathing no more. And they knew and we knew, and I thought I would be with them. So I'm blessed. So I'm going to just tell my story, regardless to whom or what. You can say whatever, I'm a dinosaur, whatever. But like that boy shit, like I'm be like, yo, I always tell people, don't call me that, because I got robbed of that. I never had a chance to be a boy. Don't call me a boy. You know what I'm saying? I had to be a man when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I don't hear that. I had to do grown man shit. Like real shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't even understand. Don't call me boy. You know what I'm saying?
So, and what's your age at this time when all this happened, as far as you going to the studio or going to his crib and stuff? What age are you?
I was like 12.
12.
I was like 12 years old, yeah.
And you were rhyming. You were advanced.
Yeah.
Advanced. Yeah. Extremely advanced.
Yeah.
Now, during these times, are you, like, you're in the street still? Like, did you convert to the street as far as, like, meaning? Because, you said you got robbed of being a boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you did you start robbing and stuff, getting with bad friends?
I started robbing. I got, I wouldn't say bad company. I got with the company that, you love will love you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I got with my man Yammy, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And, Yammy kind of taught me how to survive, man. Nobody was really taking, I had certain dudes that, it was an ill time, man. I had a dude out in my projects, his name was Everlasting. You know what I'm saying? He bodied himself, rest in peace to Ev. He bodied himself, he got into a situation with his connect, and his people was robbing, taking money, and the connect, they was gonna handle him. He was gonna fix him a drink, and he bodied himself so they wouldn't do it to his family and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because he was fucking with some people, man. But he was one of the dudes like I really looked to. Like he took time out for me. You know what I'm saying? Like he really took time out to show me things and kick it. And Yam, later on, Yam was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and these is times in my life where I never really saw death. And then I started seeing people just getting killed. And I was like, prior to that, it was a lot of things coming into play. But prior to that, like I said, the streets was like, it was more camaraderie from where I was coming from. But then certain things started coming into play, and I just seen dudes getting murdered like crazy. And I started going, yo, this shit is real. That's gonna be me. You know what I'm saying?
So tell us about the time that you got tortured as a teenager. What age was that?
I was about 14.
Bring us to that day. Bring us to everything that happened.
It was funny. It was not funny, but this dude, man, I ain't gonna get into his. This dude was like, yo, I know I got a situation. But he knew what he was doing. I was a youngin'. I was hungry. So he took full advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? And he threw it in the air, and I gravitated to it. I'm like, well, that's over there? He's like, yeah. But like, you ain't gonna. I'm like, yo, I'll go get that. You know what I'm saying? I'll go get that. So I went to go get that. You know what I mean? And he wound up like circling back to the dudes and like getting them to hit him to line me up type shit. You know what I mean? So one day I'm out there in that particular area and they got me. I ain't gonna lie, they got me. They got me and shit. You know what I mean? And it wasn't a good thing. You know what I mean? It was fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? But it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I survived. I lived. You know what I'm saying?
Did you know? I mean, the story that I read, it said you was tortured for 2 days.
Yeah.
Burned with cigarettes and all that. How were you able to deal with? Were they hitting you and stuff?
It was hitting me. It was violating. Yeah. For sure.
And then like, what were you thinking during that time? What was going through your mind?
At first, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was scared to death. I was like, it's over. But I was living the type of life at that time, like, I felt like my life was over anyway. So I was like, fuck it. And then after a while, it was like I wasn't even there no more. It's like they was niggas doing shit to me and I wasn't even in my body, like. I can't explain it. It was just bugged out. You know what I mean?
I understand.
It's like I'm not even. It's fucked up. You know what I mean? Because now that I'm a grown man and I got children, it's like I look at them and shit like, see, now you're gonna get a different tragedy right now. See, it's like I look at my children, son. It's like one day I'm with my son, the same one who fell out the window, and I'm walking with him and shit, and I said something to him and he laughs. And I just kind of like froze and shit and looked at him. And I was like, and I was just taken off guard. Like, that shit just fucked me up. And you know what it was that fucked me up? His innocence at that age. I'm like, yo, at your age, I was in a max A prison. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like but I'm happy though. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I cried. I'm a grown man. I've been through so much shit. I know what I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I'm in this. I know I'm not tough. I'm strong. Tough is on the exterior. I'm strong. There's a major difference. So I don't mind saying I cried. You know what I'm saying? I cried. Like, I didn't let him see it though, because he would use that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I fucking cried because I was like, oh shit, like yo, like I made it. Like, you're fucking happy. Like, you a kid. You could be a kid and shit, like, but you know how it is.
So, and then it said that you were 48 hours it happened. Going through it for 48 hours. Was it really 48 hours?
I don't know if it was exactly 48 hours.
Oh, okay.
It felt like 2 days. Like, when I got back to my people's crib, she was like, yo, you was gone for 2 days. I didn't know exactly how long, you know what I mean?
But how did it end up throwing you in the river?
Because, all right, they felt like they shot at me, and they had me in this building, and they shot at me and shit, and but they didn't even hit me. And then they was like, basically like, yo, let's get rid of this nigga. Let's just throw this nigga, like, you know what I mean? Let's go throw this nigga, like. I didn't hear them say what they was gonna do exactly, like where, But I heard him say, let's go get rid of this nigga or some shit. They was about to do some other shit, and I guess me being around was getting in the way. You know what I mean? Just at least from what I could hear. And like, nigga, one of them hit me in the back of my head. You know what I'm saying? And they tossed me by this shit, like inside it was like a little warehouse shit, tossed me by it. And it was mad garbage and glass. And it was, they let off, but they ain't hit me. You know what I'm saying? And so they broke out, they went outside, lifted up the gate, and took me out, took me down to Rainy Park, threw me up in there with her.
And you don't know how you survived.
Nah.
Cause you said you couldn't swim.
Nah. I just remember falling in, the shit being mad cold, and the water being real cold, and me just saying to myself, like, I'm not gonna live. I'm not gonna, and a lot of shit going through my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like, you know how people say, like, your life flashes in front of you. I wouldn't say my life flashed in front of me, but I heard everybody saying shit about me. I don't know if it was just weird. Like, I just heard mad people saying fucked up shit about me. Like, family and everything. Like, and one of my family members in particular said something to me one day. And I didn't say nothing, but that shit really bothered me. And it bothered me the most because I felt like he was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not shit. And I'm not going to live that long. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it really bothered me. You know? And I just kept hearing that shit over and over again. And I felt myself up against rocks. And climbed up out of that shit. I climbed up through the park. And I fucking climbed and I crawled my way into the street. And somebody almost hit me with a car. And I passed out. I don't know. And they wound up bringing me to my man's crib. My man was an older dude in the hood, OG type of dude, raised me, kind of took me in, you know what I'm saying, him and his wife. And, she made a little bath for me and shit. And I had little cuts and bruises and, shit. And she, like, kind of nursed me back. I was fucked up, though. I couldn't walk for a while. So she brought me back. And, I asked, I said, yo, how long was I going? She was like, you was going for like 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So.
Have you ever saw those guys again?
Nah.
Got it. Got it. So, robbery.
Yeah.
16. What happened?
At 16?
The one where you got, because
I fucking did some crazy shit, man. Listen, man. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking I wasn't no American gangster nigga. Like, I ain't for that, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you. I'm talking to the people.
Got you.
Cause you people make stories up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I went to go fill out a job application. This isn't fat. It's funny. It's embarrassing though. But I went to go fill out a job application, and fucking, like I said, I lived in the type of situation where I'm the oldest. My mom's is like, sometime I go home and my mom's is in jail for like doing 3 months on the island. And there's no food in the crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta do what I gotta do. I can't let my sisters and my little brother go hungry. And my mom's had me trained like on some militant shit. Like, yo, listen, you don't tell nobody what's going on in there. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm maturer, I know why she was just covering her fucking ass. Because like I said, it was 9 of them, and my aunts would have rolled down. Ain't no what? Ain't no food? What? They would have been on her ass. She was saving her ass. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was. Like, we was fucked up because she was fucked up. She was getting high. And she had too much pride and ego to just be like, yo, I'm fucked up. By the time she did it with us, like, yo, listen, take the kids. Like, she was in too deep. And I was too old to listen to anybody. That's why I lived everywhere. I went to every junior high school and like, you know what I'm saying? And within like, you know what I mean? And they all, you know, it just couldn't work anymore. I was too hardened. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that was
So you went to do the robbery, but you went to rob.
damn, that's a tangent. Okay,
You went to something else.
why you do that, son? So fucking that's crazy. So I went to Roy Rogers to file a job application.
Roy Rogers.
Yeah, and it's funny because I had a record. I had like a fucking record on air when I did this shit, and the label Cold Chillin' was right up the block, and I got Live Motivator out, and I'm in Roy Rogers. I went to fill out a job application, but as I'm filling the job application out, that nigga walks in with an envelope like this full of just bandos. And I was like, yo, I gotta take this nigga down. I gotta take him up off here. Like, I got to take this nigga up off here. Like, I'm not going back, like, to look at my sister like, yo, where's the food at, my nigga? Like, and I was like, yo, I just ran down on him. And I just hit him and snatched it. You know, and, you know, the white boys chased me down and that's fucking, you know what I'm saying? That's the first time I was ever called a nigga, too. The niggas beat the shit out of me and called the police and helped me. Whoa.
Damn.
So wait, the people that you took the money from chased you?
No, I took the money from one dude, but, you know, there was, like, dudes doing construction over there, and, you know, he was like, yo, and they all, you know how it go. Superman came out.
And they chased you and beat you up?
Yeah, little black niggas snatch some money in the city, they gonna chase you, nigga. They gonna chase you down.
So before we say the trial and stuff, where was you said you had backtrack a little bit. You started to record.
Yeah.
Right?
I've been recording, yeah. I was like 14 when this happened. I was recording at 11, 12.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
And then tell us the process of, I guess, the record.
Well, I did the 3 records. It was Live Motivated, Tragedy, Coke is It, Live Motivated, Rebel is Here. And I was going back and forth to the studio, but, you know, I want to say this, right? And I'll get right back to it. The reason why I'm so free with these stories like this is because I know my purpose now. I didn't understand it before. I know my purpose. I know what I came to do now. I thought I came to be an MC, but I didn't. That's not why I came. You know what I'm saying? I know why I came now. So I say all this to say, like, this all became a bigger thing for me because I stopped running from it. I was trying to be something I wasn't because I thought that's what you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what it was for me. So now I do this, I rob this dude, I get locked up. And before I do this, I honestly went to go fill out I was really trying to get a job.
But you said you had a record on.
But I had a record out. Live Motivator was out. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Marley kept telling me, yo, be patient. Yo, just chill, yo. But it's hard to chill when, like, you know.
You gotta eat. You got family to feed.
That's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? And, like again, like I said, that's why I know why I came. Like, that I think my greatest talents is not rhyming. You know what I'm saying? I used to think, but it's not. You know what I mean? And, like, I had to go through certain things so I could reach certain people. You gon' like the bro just now. I felt his energy change. He just read a piece of my story,
wow.
And I felt his energy change.
Mm-hmm. That's ill, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I picked that up. That's why I came. You know what I mean? Not on a fucked up tip though.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of us out here that they rob themselves because they don't know no better. Like, I look at imagine what I could have been had I had a mentor. Had I had, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have those things. That's why, again, my friends, I got a different circle. One of my friends, you know what I'm saying? I be like, yo, son, do an interview, son. Do an interview, son. Like, you just robbing the world not doing an interview. And he's like, nah, son, I don't do those. You know what I'm saying? Like, he won't do an interview. But he used to make records. You know, he used to, he did a few YouTube clips stating certain things on dudes. You know what I'm saying? But he won't do no more interviews now. But sometimes we have some of the most profound conversations. Like, and I'm like, yo, this dude is a fucking genius. But I always look at myself too and be like, yo, we didn't get certain things. So we had to go through certain things, man, so we could reach certain people. That's why we here, really. You know what I'm saying? You could try to deny it, run from it. Certain people was here to reach certain people, man. And I see that. Like, that's when I get blessed out of life, when I reach for people. Anytime I'm on some foul mockty myself shit, nothing works. Nothing. I swear to you, nothing works. Nothing. I can't even catch a train on time on my foul mockty shit. When I'm on my right shit and I'm reaching outside of myself for something greater than myself, bro. Yo, life is beautiful, man.
So, where's the situation where
Capone Noreaga?
No. We don't rush like that, bro. We don't rush like that. Slow down.
He's slick, bro. Trying to hit me with body shots, trying to look good out. Trying to see, test my stamina.
Yeah,
put my glasses back on.
I'm ready for you.
What round is this?
Huh?
What round is this?
What round?
Yeah, what round we on?
What do you mean?
Me and you. What round we on?
Oh, we on round 2.
My nigga.
You know what?
Chill, Flip.
Yo, that's crazy.
I don't want no smoke, Flip.
I got, yo, word, and it's crazy. We're gonna get to the story, but I was sitting here, and this shout out to Vice, even though I messed up my situation with them, it came up, and I'm like, oh, Vice. And then it went straight to that, man. And I was reading something about your son, but I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And I felt like I got kids. And I felt that, like,
yeah.
But I don't get to that yet, man. We got to climb up. So you did a robbery.
Yeah.
And when you did the robbery, they held you down. Police came. Did you go to trial? Nothing?
Yo, me and my ignorance, I was 14 again. Like, life is crazy, man. You know, like, when you hear that phrase, I wish I knew then what I know now, like, you really don't understand that until then. It's no longer now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me coming? Like when that shit happened, the lawyer came to me, right? Of course, she was a fucking legal aid lawyer. And I remember, this is embarrassing, yo. This is like, so, we could be so ignorant, man, in our shit. Like, I remember her coming to me and me saying to myself, yo, she want to fuck with me. Yo, you little dumb motherfucker. Like, listen, that shit is so crazy. What happened? Everything good?
Yeah, we good. I think it was that one. I said, Ebop.
He mentioned it was like
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, it was like, I felt like she was trying to, like, she was making passes at me. That's how I felt.
At a time like that, your mom was.
But you know what she really was saying to us? Now when I look back with the wisdom, she was like, yo, you little motherfucker, you know not what we're going to do to you. And I feel a little bad about it. She was having a morality attack. But my little ignorant ass like, oh, she gonna fuck with the kid. Whoa. You know what I'm saying?
She was bad?
I mean, yeah, she was white, you know. At that time, I was like, any white, I don't see too many of those.
Yeah.
My teachers and shit, so like, you know, this ignorant shit though. This type of shit.
Right.
And I'm like, but really what she's saying to herself is, yo, you're gonna be one of these kids that get tried as an adult. And where we're gonna send you is not gonna be no game. And I feel a little bad, but I'm still gonna do it. Cause this is what we do to y'all. You know what I'm saying? We put you through this beast. Like, you going through the machine, and the beast love eating dog meat, little nigga. You about to go through it. But I feel a little bad. That's my word. That's what she was saying. Now I can replay it, like, and see her eyes. Right. She damn near wanted to cry, but she still ain't stop it. She was like, oh, well, you get out and such and such. Yeah, but bitch, why you sending me here? You know what I'm saying?
Why they charge you at the adult?
Because that's the game. It was a raw. Look, you know what's crazy? Bottom line is, I didn't have parents. So the machine gotta eat, bro. That's what this is. You know that.
So how much time did you get?
I got a 1 to 3, right? Which is light. But it's not light when you fucking 16 and you going to Elmira. Back then, Elmira was what Downstate is and Ulster is right now. It was a reception. But it was also the population on the other side of the wall. And they put me on the other side of the wall. I thought I was going to die. But I met some of the most profound dudes in my life that changed my life. You know what I'm saying? That's why Intelligent Hoodlum was born.
You became a 5% in there?
Nah, I wasn't a 5%er. That's funny. I'm a 5%er now. Everybody thought I was a 5%er years ago. I wasn't. I'm a 5%er now, though. Yes, I am. Proud 5%er, too. Because
Okay,
I understand what a 5%er is. A lot of people don't understand what that is.
But you was a teenager in there with big people.
Yeah, I mean, my mom's came to say, it's funny, Mama Love, man. This type of woman Mama Love was. I'm dead?
No, you go get
That's
ahead.
right, I'm alive. We alive. We blessed. We all blessed, too. I was this, again, Mama Love. This is why you gotta, this is why I tell my son, same when I'll be like, yo, listen, man. You gotta hold something sacred in your life, man. And your mom's is the one thing you should hold sacred. If you don't have anything. You don't stand on anything. You'll be moved around in all different type of ways because you don't have that type of morale. You gotta hold mother sacred. You know what I'm saying? Even if sometimes you feel like she's not being a mother to you, you should always be a son to her. Well, this ball, I tell my son that. He's starting to understand that now. And then we had issues too because, he fell out on a window on my watch. You know what I'm saying? But it was same moms going through her shit. That's why I love my moms, is my mom's died clean. She told me, she was like, yo, I'm going to beat this shit. I got locked up. I'm up north. The one that was like, I'm not coming to see you fucking, the first one on the visit. The first one on the visit. That shit give me the chills right now. She was the first one on the visit. Soon as that floor opened up, they called me. And I was like, who's coming to visit me? I had a bad girl at the time. I was like, she's gone. You know what I'm saying? She's gone. I only got 2 months in it. She's gone. I know she's gone. Niggas in the street in the hood already told me who she's smashing right now. And I'm sick. I'm sick in that cell, son. I'm balled up in the knot. I ain't gonna front. That shit'll make you sick. Anybody out there, they first joint and they had a bag, I had a bad one. You know what I'm saying? I had a bad one. She was bad. She had the older niggas on her with bread. I could keep her out in the streets. I could stay in the air. I know how to talk. You know what I'm saying? I know how to talk. But I was like, yo, you up? Them niggas got a little bit of change. They pushing that. It's too much pressure. She couldn't take that pressure. But the first one there was Mom's. And Mom's was like, yo. I know what she was asking me too. She grabbed my hand. She was like, yo, you all right? Like, she was like, yo, my little baby in here. She seeing fucking niggas walking around looking like they live in the yard. She like, these fucking Neanderthals. They got my baby in here with these fucking Neanderthals. These fucking, you know what I'm saying, Captain Caveman motherfuckers. Got my little baby walking around. I'm like, nah, I'm good. When she seen dudes come on the floor and they like, yo, trash out. She like, oh, damn, you got friends in here? Like, you know what I'm saying? They showed me love, though. You know what I mean? They showed me love. They taught me a lot of shit, too.
And you got out after, 3 years?
Yeah. Yep.
You did
like that, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't do the whole 3. It was like 2 years.
So when you came home, what happened?
I did what anybody did. Shit. I tried to, reinvent myself. Everything I did, and it's funny because a lot of things that carry with me, they're from when I was a kid, bro, most of them shits. And, and I say that to say, like, everything I did and the way I thought prior to me getting locked up, I was like, yo, I'm not even going to think like that no more. I'm not even going to, like, I'm a type of person, like, I don't like to fail, you know what I'm saying? Even though I don't come from a whole lot of great shit, you know what I mean? But in terms of prestige, but I do come from a lot of great shit, but just not in terms of world prestige and shit like that. Like, but I don't like to feel like, I hate to feel like something conquered me, especially when I know like I could have did better. And when I came home, I was like, yo, you know what? I actually tried to go to Ohio. I told you my mom's went to a program and she got clean. And she was like, yo, listen, I'm leaving Queensbridge. And I'm like, where you going? She was like, I'm leaving New York. I'm leaving the States. So I'm like, where you going? She's like, I'm going to Ohio. I'm like, Ohio? What the fuck is out there? Like, she was like, yo, these people, they're going to give me a job. I was like, all right, fuck it. So the next question I'm asking is a solely selfish question. I'm like, yo, what about me?
Facts.
Where the fuck I'm gonna go when I come home? She's like, yo, I'm gonna leave the apartment. Remember that bad girl I told you about?
Mm-hmm.
She was like, yo, I'm gonna leave the crib with her. She got a job. You only got a little bit to go, and you gonna have the crib when you come. So I was like, yo, the crib is mine? She was like, yeah. That shit ain't work out. I found out she was doing her thing in my crib. You know what I'm saying? We young though. I can't be mad at her. We young. You know how that go. But that shit drove me crazy. But, I came home a different dude, man. Like, I was like, I'm going to go to school. I'm going to do shit I should have did anyway. I would have been good at anyway. I would have been excellent in school. Every school I went to, they loved me. They said I just had behavior and anger issues. But go ahead.
So you're not finishing school, or?
I got my GED. But I didn't finish school when y'all heard of me, like, probably like, I don't know when you heard of me, but I didn't finish school like the normal age shit, like go to high school and shit.
Right.
Like, I went from 204 to fucking Elmira, you know what I'm saying? To C-74 to Elmira. 204 is the junior high school everybody went to. Nas went there, Lake and I went there, Ice all went to the same junior high school. Yeah.
So after that, what's next now? You home, you getting situated, GED's in place. Well, you said
I didn't get my
later.
GED then. I got it much later.
Yeah. So what's next for you now?
Now it's like I'm learning that we as black people, we have a rich history. But prior to that, I just thought niggas sold drugs and pimped bitches and shot at each other and stole like I did and, did drugs and fucked and got fly and shitted on niggas and got fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I thought niggas did. I really thought that. That's so sad. Like, I really believed that shit.
Right.
And when I went up north, I met dudes and I was like, I didn't show them. One thing about me as a little dude, I always kept my game face because like I said, I didn't have a chance to be a kid. And I knew I was small, so I couldn't show certain emotions in front of people. I always had to keep a game face. Like, I could be scared to death when I was younger, but it would look like I was just empty inside. You know what I'm saying? That was a means of survival for me. And it taught me how to be a great judge of character, too, from a distance. You know what I'm saying? And I met individuals in there that I was like, yo, how the fuck you talk like that? Like, yo, what type of shit you on? Like, you know what I'm saying? But you trying to rape me or some shit? You trying to sell me some shit? Like, this nigga trying to talk crazy. Like, this is real shit. I'm just being honest.
I hear the honesty.
This nigga's talking like what the fuck? And kind of find out the nigga just had a fucking a deep vocabulary.
Right.
Which is sad. Like, that shit had me like, yo, I want to talk like this nigga. Like, how does he speak? Like, he's talking like my teacher, like this bitch. And he sounds like I don't even know what he's saying. But it sounds like he knows what he's talking about. This nigga has confidence. You know what I'm saying? So, I wanted to be like that. So, the dude, I'll never forget the dude, his name was Hassan. Yeah, he's trying to teach me, and I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. Like, I'm not, bro. I'm eating like pork chops and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna do that other shit you talking about. But you seem smart. I want to be smart. So he put me on the books and shit. And when I came home, like, I really took that in. Like, I was like, I fucked up when I was younger because I didn't fuck up because I'm a fuck up. I got in fucked up situations because I was in a desperate time of life. Like, I didn't have people looking out for me.
No guidance.
I had no guidance.
Understood.
I had to do everything on my own. And yo, that shit was not easy. And I don't say it for people. I don't need that, bro. Like Pac said, fuck your tears, save your sympathy. I never needed that. You know what I'm saying? I'm too strong for that. I didn't even realize how strong I was. I didn't even realize why I could captivate people. I didn't realize that. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like, yo, I'm out here by myself. And I got these little kids younger than me, more vulnerable than me, that I can't just leave them out there like that. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like anything I do, I'm gonna do the total opposite of what I did before I got locked up. So I was like, I want to be a better dude. I want to fucking educate myself. I don't want to be stupid. I don't want to be stuck like some of my friends. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Love them, respect them, appreciate them, value their warriorship and all that. You know what I mean? They good dudes, man. But I seen that they was stuck, and I seen that I couldn't live like that.
So you back home now. You changed your life around. How do you get to the bag now?
That's a good question. I didn't know at the time. Totally didn't know. Way didn't know. It depends on where you go with this interview too. From here, depending on where I'm gonna go with it too. But you know what I'm saying. But the bag, I did what everybody did. I was watching Dave Chappelle one day, right, and then nigga say, anybody in the entertainment business knows that when somebody asks you what you doing, you make shit up. This nigga Marley pulled up on me when I came home. When I left, he had a fucking a Cougar, a Lincoln Cougar. That shit was trash. I hated it. It was new, but I was like, this shit is whack, nigga. You supposed to get that. But it was new, and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I forgot the other car he had before that was super hoopty. So when he got the Cougar, he had a Mark V, Lincoln Mark V. Mm. And he thought that shit, I ain't like that shit, but fuck it. So now I get locked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm locked up in there with Black Rob and shit. Me and Black Rob is in there. So I come home, and Marley pulls up on me a couple days after I was home. And he got a red 525 with the beige interior. And he was like, yo. I'm like, oh shit. Now somebody was like, yo, that's Marley. I'm like, word? So I go over to the car and shit. I'm like, yo, what up? He's like, oh shit, look at this nigga. I'm like, yo, what's good, man? But I'm not even looking at him. I'm looking at this car, and I'm like, yo, these niggas real. Now, mind you, I gotta tell you this. While I was away, I'm on the bunk. This nigga named Trell, he passed away too. He used to fuck with Cameron, hard body. He from Huntington, from town. He was my son, right? He was like, yo, he used to fuck with me. He's like, yo, I thought you was down with the Juice Crew, shorty. Like, yo, shut up, man. He was like, yo, you ain't down with the Juice Crew? He was like, yo, you would have been on this right here. So he sends the tape down. I get the tape, and I'm like, oh, shit. These niggas did it. Mm. That shit fucked my head up. And it fucked my head up for one reason. Because I was on the album. I got 2 songs, Rebel is Here, Live Motivator. But there's one song that I wasn't on, that I should have been on. I lived to be on that song. Because I would have murdered that shit. Like, to me, that shit would have put me at a different standard like the niggas. Mm-hmm. If I would have had that chance to fight next to G-Rap and Kane on that shit. That shit would have set me, like, from the little niggas. Because I would have went at that shit with a different type of famine. Like, I love Craig G. I don't want nobody to. I love, that's my brother. I love Ace. You know what I'm saying? But I would have went at it different. Like and Craig would say, like, we brothers. I speak, but my experiences was different at that time. Like, I would have went at that shit with a different type of animal than them niggas went at it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I missed that. That was my fault. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to survive, had to live. And when my man when Trell, rest in peace, passed that tape down, I was like, oh shit, so now I'm home. This nigga pull up with the cherry now later Beamer. And I'm like, yo, I lean in the car and I'm like, this what money smell like. You know that new leather smell. I was like, this what bread smell like. So he was like, yo, you been writing? I was like, hell yeah. I ain't write shit the whole time I was gone. Not nothing, son. Like nothing. So he was like, yo, you been writing? I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, you ready to get in the studio? I was like, no doubt, yeah. So he was like, yo, something was coming up. He was like, yo, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come through, bring you to the studio. I still ain't write nothing. And then he wound up coming through and I wound up going to he had a house in Spring Valley. And I was like, oh, shit, like this, that was his stomach? That was his shit, man. Mine too. I'm with you, brother. You having mine did it like 20 minutes ago. But, nigga, we went to the nigga crib. And, you know, when I was recording with niggas, it was in the crib. And his sister's crib. In the hood. Now this nigga got this, like, mansion. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, these niggas really did it. And they told me, like, yo, you got moments, man. The moments, like, it'll be the one moment that you not there, my nigga. Like, that another nigga be there. A fucking remora, too. Like, it could be a nigga that want to be you. And you get taken out the equation. He's watching you the whole time. You don't even know he exists. You don't even know this nigga exists. And he's watching you the whole time. And you get snatched out the equation, and then he makes himself known. And you're like, who the fuck is this? It happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens. But, yeah, so that was, you know, that was altering in terms of me coming home. And prior to me getting incarcerated, you know, I was always rhyming about street shit. So now when I come home, I'm reading books and shit. I'm going to school. It's wild. I had a teacher, like a tutor dude. At the time, the state gave you like you went through the city transition shit, and you got a tutor. So this dude was a tutor. His name was Derek Talbert. Older dude, but like a mentor, student too. He's coming to my aunt's crib, who I was paroled to. My aunt's crib is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I used to bring chicks in the crib, and before I would run up in the crib, like, yo, listen, we got somebody coming in. Do not do nothing. Nobody move. They all were getting high in the crib. So I had to turn out the lights. And I was like, yo, listen, nobody do nothing, man. Like, and I would just walk the shorty to the bathroom. We just go in the bathroom and sit down and just be talking. And she's like, yo, why I'm in the bathroom? I'm like, nah, listen, nah. But it's because the crib is crazy. So the teacher nigga, the tutor nigga comes to the crib one day. I didn't go to school one day. I think I went to the studio. And he knew where I lived, so he came to the crib like, yo, he's all right. And he came to the crib, and the nigga was like, yo, man, like, you shouldn't be living in here. I'm like, shit, I grew up around shit like this is nothing. Yeah. But he's like, yo, man, you could come stay with me. And I'm like, yo, bro, like, see what I'm saying? Like, my point is that I had been to a point where it's like I didn't know how to even trust nobody. I didn't even know how to even take a blessing. You understand where I'm coming from? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of ill shit in life, man, that people don't need to go through. You know what I'm saying? You block shit. Like, I was blocking some shit. I didn't even know it. Because I'm looking at this nigga like, why you want to help me, nigga? Right. Who helps niggas, man? What's wrong with you, man? You a funny-ass nigga, yo. You a homo, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you gay. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, man, I'm all right, man. Like, and he was like, he must have caught the vibe because he was like, nah, listen, you know, like, you can have the upstairs. I was like, yo, why the fuck this nigga want to give me this shit? You know what I mean? That's crazy, but he's really trying to, you know, peace to Derek Talbot, man. It's funny because he was like, yo, I know somebody just like you, man. I want to introduce you to him. And I'm like, oh, this nigga, man, fine. I was like, all right, because I got tired of him telling me this shit every day. I'm a funny dude, too. Like, I really don't like talking. You couldn't tell, but, you know what I'm saying? So I would be like, oh, man. And I don't like really meeting people. You know what I'm saying? I'm funny like that. But anyway. So he kept telling me, yo, I got this dude, whatever. And come to find out the dude is fucking True Master from the Wu. But he was always, like, he was tutoring him too. But he was always trying to get me and him together. It's just funny how later on that turned out to be True Master. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. But the dude Derek was a good dude. I just ain't know how to take them blessings. But was still like, yo, I gotta change my shit up. My man tried to hit me with a pack. He was up. He was like, yo. I was like, all right. I took the pack. And I was like, yo, I can't do this shit. I felt different. I was like, I can't do it. And I fucked up. I threw it away, too. And I was like, yo, and I told him, rest in peace, he got killed, too. But he understood. He was like, I understand. I was like, damn, like, you understand? Like, he was like, nah, we high. I threw that shit away. Like, my man got killed a couple years later. My man Marty, rest in peace. Love that dude. Anyway, let's move on.
All right. When you started to get involved with, like, the other Queensbridge rappers,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you got the Nas's,
Mm-hmm.
Capone Noreagas, Mobb Deeps, like, you know, give us the pattern, the steps. Who you came across first? You know.
It wasn't you know what it was like. It kind of goes exactly how you seen it. It's kind of wild. Like now that you asked me that, it kind of goes exactly how you seen it outside. Like in terms of the timeline. Like I met Nas. I met Nas before I came home and started doing the albums, because he used to try to talk to my sister. And one day, I think she had this jacket on or something, and I took it and I fucking like was on him about like, don't fucking for my sister. Like that's how my mom's at. I got pretty sisters. My mom's be like, don't let nobody out here talk to your fucking sisters. If I find out like I'm coming at your head, like type shit. So I don't care who you was. Like I had to go at you. And put pressure so you wouldn't even think about fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? They mad pretty, you feel me? Like, you know, in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is on them. So, and then my mom's be like, yo, and if you let them, they gonna come at you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she used to be on it like that. So, but I met some before the music, but I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he was that same dude. And when I came home, he was fucking with my man. I met Fatal. And I was fucking with Large P and shit. So, you know, we was vibing. And, you know, niggas went off to do their own separate things. Like I was trying to fuck with Marley more, and, you know, he was fucking with Large, and then after that I met fucking Havoc. Havoc ran down on me on the hill and was like, yo, I wanna battle you. And I was like, nah, shorty, like, I was like, yo, you rhyme? Like, he was like, yeah. I was like, all right. I was like, every time I see you, you better have some ill shit. I was gonna just fuck you up. And he was like, word? And I was like, yeah. And that's what we did for like a little while. And the shit started getting better. And then he met P, and then, you know, it went on like that. The only one, like, I really knew before even, like, I knew Mega before Nas. You know what I'm saying? Because Mega was he was out in the streets. Nas wasn't really out in the streets like that at the time. Plus, he was younger than us, you know?
Call Mega.
Yeah, no, Nas was.
No, but you're talking about you knew.
Yeah, Mega, like, when I say, yeah, Mars 6 with Call Mega, that's me and Mega was in the street. We really was on Rikers Island together in 87. You know what I mean? In Mars 6. Yeah, but in terms of like Capone and Nori, like it's wild because like I met Nori before I knew Pone.
Well, hold on. So, you know, you knew Nas, he went his own direction. He tried to smash his sister. You told him Nas threw his jacket. All right, went over there. Then, you know, you saw Havoc, and y'all was doing the battle thing. But you said you knew Omega before.
Yeah.
Because he was in the street. But he was nice. Omega was nice, like everybody said.
He was all right. What's the matter, bro? What's the matter?
He was alright. He was cool.
At that time, none of us was like that, man. I'm just being honest. I was alright. None of us was like that to me.
You your own worst critic.
Well, then I'll be my own perfecter too. Then.
Fine. That was alright. So now you met you said you knew Nori before.
Poem, yeah.
Yeah. And tell us, so these relationships with these guys, like with Nas, and it was just like one and done at those times. Like, yo,
yeah, we was like, you know, circulating around the same circles, meeting the same people, and it's like we was growing. That's why I say when you like, yo, Mega was like, none of us were what we became to be at that time.
Respect.
That's just being real. You know, if somebody take it like I'm shitting on them, and then fuck them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying none of us were what we became. We wasn't ill. Like, Mega became ill. Yes, I became ill. But at that time, we wasn't ill like that. We was little niggas finding our way.
No, because when I listened to Prodigy's book, he said that, you know, he was one of the nice. You had to beat him in battle. Like,
Oh, Mega?
Yeah, he was nice like that.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Again, see, it's hard to answer certain things because, like I said, my people who know and my friends, my family, like, they don't even. You can't really. P couldn't rightfully say that because he wasn't even there. Mm-hmm. That's like somebody. That's like a certain rappers after me talking about Arcade from my hood. If you are after me, you didn't know Arcade. I knew Arcade. I walked around Arcade. You didn't know Arcade. But they'll throw his name around, but you didn't really know Arcade because when you came outside, Arcade was on the decline. Or he was dead already. So I say that to say, like, I say that to say, especially in reference to like P's book and saying Mega was the one you had to. He wasn't out there like that at the time. You didn't even know. He wasn't even. Hav didn't even know him at that time when Mega was out there because Hav wasn't even. I told you when I came home, Hav ran up on me. I was 18. I was out there at 12 already. Mega probably was out there around 13, 14. So Havoc was like, niggas can't say Mega was the one you had to battle to come there because they weren't there. They don't know that.
And I try to look him up. I don't know if I'm spelling his name wrong, but who was Arcade?
Arcade was an official dude and from my hood, man. Like, he got a lot of deep and rich history in the hood, man. He was out in the streets. He put a lot of dudes on from my hood. You know, taught a lot of dudes, you know, the gun game, the hustle game, certain things, you know what I'm saying, the hood. He was out there, you know what I'm saying? He was repping, he was there, he was doing it. And, you know, the same way dudes might throw that name around, but not really knowing just because they heard it in earshot. It's the same way maybe a Prodigy said, rest in peace to Prodigy, you know, it's the same way he would say you had to battle Mega and if you came out. No, you didn't. You when he came out to Queensbridge, Mega was already established. There was no battling and none of that no more. It would be offensive to come and try to battle Mega at this point. And you wouldn't do that. You had it was levels to it now. Niggas is established by the time P got out. You know what I'm saying? Mega's prior to that.
So wow. So who
it's just the truth, you know what I mean?
Nah, respect. Who you would say was the nicest at that time? Or you can't put nobody in a category because
at that time?
Yeah.
Which time? Like the time P is
not that time, no. The time
me. Word is born. Who's gonna say anything different?
I mean, they say you the godfather.
Who's gonna show me? Hold on. Fuck what niggas say, because niggas say a lot of shit about me. Niggas try to write me out. But who's going to show me any different?
Me.
I like this type of shit.
I'm gonna look it up and look at the history.
See, you're gonna look it up. That's good too. I'm working on that. I'm working on that too.
So you would say
I'm working on that history.
So you saying right now that you was the nicest at that time. You.
Yes.
The nicest in Queensbridge, that big ass project.
Definitely. Definitely.
And who dubbed you that?
The streets.
Okay.
The streets. I didn't even realize it till later. I get vouchers that was there. That was like, I didn't even know y'all was paying attention. I'm like, yo, I didn't even know y'all niggas were like, what?
What? Okay, now when we say nice, what made you nice? Flow, rhyme, you could freestyle, you're
Bars.
written.
I wasn't a freestyler.
Metaphors.
Okay.
I wasn't a freestyler. I started off a freestyler, but I switched it up. It wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? I was more a calculative dude, like, you know what I mean? I wasn't a freestyler. I think what made me ill at that time was my delivery, my content. I'm talking about shit dudes is not talking about. Like you had dudes from my hood that they went out into the world. When I rhymed, I brung you into Queensbridge. And then there was dudes who actually picked it up and took it further and modernized it and advanced with it. But I was the first one to bring you inside. Shan made an anthem.
It's true.
But he didn't bring you inside. He didn't bring you in the building lobby. You ain't standing on the block. Now, like I said, Nas came and advanced on it. You know, most of the time you look through history, like you talked about history, most of the time you have dudes. The dudes who actually preset it, so to speak, are never really the ones who get the praise because they didn't have enough time and to fine tune it, to perfect it. You understand? Anything, just like Big and Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Like Jay-Z had the benefit of watching a Kane and a Big and everybody else, and at that particular time, having that structure to be like, yo, this is where he fucked up. This is where the greater the mark, the greater you can exceed the last mark. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
A lot of sense.
I mean, I even hear the voice though. Like, you know, now that I think about it, I hear your voice and, you know, through CNN and, you know, the Mobb Deep records. I do hear the influence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just. Go ahead. Let me let you talk.
No, that was what I hear the influence. You know, like the flow and, you know, delivery. I definitely hear the influence from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I asked you, like, do you accept the title they give you as a Godfather of Queensbridge? Cause I feel like, you know, even today talking to you behind the scenes and hearing your slang and your lingo and just the way you even talk, I could hear that from a lot of dudes. Even some of my friends who live in Queensbridge, they talk the same way. You know what I mean? So I see where it comes from now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I could definitely take that.
Hold on. That don't mean it necessarily come from him. Like, let's stop it. Let's slow down.
Where it came from then?
I don't know, but it don't mean necessarily who he got it from. Who he got it from?
We can ask him.
Who you got it from?
When you say who I got it from, you gotta be, you know what? Y'all are both right. I'm gonna keep it Greenberry. Y'all both right.
That was fire. Don't give it to me yet, G. That was fire. That caught me off guard.
I've been waiting, man.
No, I'm just being like, you know what I'm saying?
You cool, man.
That was, dude. That
I was waiting, bro.
Way
Yeah.
off guard,
Keep
bro.
it Greenberry. Damn.
Nah, because y'all are both right. Like, there's a lot of words and terms that dudes pioneered, and I gravitated them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot I made up on my own.
Okay.
But it's like when you come from a certain place with it, dudes don't look at it those ones like I'm gonna give you an example like Aura. I didn't make Aura up. My man Ching Bing made Aura up. My man Ching Bing from 183rd in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? He came with the Aura. But me and him we was lined together. So it's like I used the aura language and I made it popular.
What's the aura language? How we go?
Aura's basically energy. Like that's what it means. Like how we used it, the term we used in it. Just your aura, your energy, you fly, your energy fly. You got that energy. You got that motion. Like your shit. You know what I'm saying? Anything ooh ah with you. You just you gracious. Your shit is, you know what I mean? You gracious, man.
What, let's because this we time is going, man. So
We
let's
gotta do a part 2.
no.
Try to ease back in the crib, right? Watch out now. This nigga's
Yo, so Capone Noreaga, walk us through that step.
He's like, this nigga trying to kill me in here. Listen.
Okay.
How much time we got? 5 minutes?
No,
44 minutes?
40.
Okay, Capone Noreaga.
Here we go.
What about him? Let's get right to it, man.
What was your what part did you play in their career as far as what first album, right?
If you look at my documentary, my little brother says, he taught me everything I know. I wanted to be like him. It's on my documentary. He says it out of his own mouth. But then, we always look at the fact that we went through things, you know what I'm saying? But like I said later on, he let it be known, like, yo, son taught me everything I know. I wouldn't say I taught him everything you know, though, but that's what he said. My input on the album, he kind of says enough when he says that. Like, if you, like, one thing about, like, it's funny because people will say shit about me, right? But you'll never hear the ill shit. Like, you talk to certain people where they'll be like, yo, that nigga, I lived in his crib and I never paid a dime of rent for a year. He just, I had nowhere to live. He let me live in his crib. Never asked me for nothing. Never, not once. In fact, he cooked all the time. You know what I'm saying? I get dudes on the phone and I tell you straight up, like, to this day, they call me every day, every morning, and impeach me. Because that's how I am. I'll give you the shirt off my back. You know how it is. You're a Leo too. Y'all know how it is.
It's true.
We con to a default. You know what I'm saying? It's a fact. We're con to a default.
Exactly.
All Leos are like that. We'll give you the shirt off our back. My problem is I expected you to do it for me too. Not monetarily.
Right.
Just in the reach. I don't care about that. That's another thing about it. It's like, we know how to get money. We don't care about that. It doesn't rule us that way. We like nice shit. We like to be able to have it even if we don't want it. Just to know we could if we wanted to. Because that's kind of what we are. You know what I mean? So I say all that to say, when I meet the bros, I wanted to just do for them what I ain't have. And I love hip hop. You got to look at interviews. Like, see, now that I got into journalism, it took me a while. It was rough at first. But I started learning little things. I got a lot more to learn. But I started learning little things. All you got to do is watch people. They'll tell you everything. They may not tell you in this interview. Just watch the other 4 they did. And they tell you already. You know what I'm saying? So, in reference to that question, when you really want to just look at everything. But, of course, people want to hear the answer from me. But I'm going to say what's right and exact. Not out of fear, not trying to make friends or make enemies that I haven't already made again and again and over again. But I'm going to just say what it means to me. And what it means to me is that I put my all into that album. And you can tell.
What do you mean you're all into the album?
The all. My all of what I am at that time.
Producing.
Lyrically, production-wise, creative-wise.
You created a concept for the album.
Of course. Of course.
What were you to them at that time?
It's funny because I was more of a production company than anything. I didn't want to manage them. It's funny because people think they know, like, It's so much. It's so wild, man. Because like I didn't want to even rhyme on that record. I'm on 8 songs. I had to get on 8 songs because one half of the group was going away. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get on 8 songs. That's why I can only see what next question you're gonna ask me.
No, guy, I'm listening.
No, I want to. I'm looking forward to it.
Don't force.
It's time. It's time to talk about things.
Don't force me to ask any questions.
All right.
One half of the group was going away. You talking about?
Yeah, Paul. I'm talking about Capone.
Yeah.
And I seen that Nori was. I seen that he was very focused on completing the album, but I saw that he was gonna go for the head. He was gonna go for self. I seen it. I ain't gonna lie about it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, ultimately, I respect him for it.
What you mean going for self? You gotta break.
He was
down
going. He wasn't. He was gonna be shouting CNN, but he was looking for his own situation.
Nori.
Even before he was looking for his light. And you can't be mad at that. And I'm not, and I wasn't. But I seen, and you know, he knows this. We talked about this years later. You know, Capone was the one I was closer to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But Capone wasn't, his work ethic couldn't equate to the bros. His work ethic was crazy. He knew that. He knew his work ethic. Nori's work ethic was crazy. I gotta say that.
Do you you felt that, like, did you feel like you didn't get your just due? I mean, you know, enough credit from them at that time.
What are you looking for when you say this? But people ask me that. That's the silliest shit I ever heard.
Why?
Because I'm executive producer on the album. What more credit did I want? If I wanted my name on the album, that's what I would have did. I made CNN. I didn't make Tragedy CNN. I didn't want that.
Man, slow down, man.
I can't, baby.
Slow down, man.
Man.
I'm asking you because you.
I'm talking to the people. Why you tell me to slow down? I'm not talking to you like that.
I'm sorry.
Damn, bro. This nigga guy, you want me to cop on air? Yo, you just flip, man. Yo, bro, man.
No.
Come on, man. Like, yo, man.
You remember our energy in Twan? I feel
I'm
it.
talking to the people,
It's
man.
like you talking to me.
I never talked about this on, you know what I'm saying?
Your energy strong, so I gotta, you know what I mean? Mine's strong too.
That's what I'm saying. So you should know. Like, come on, man.
I
Let's get through this, man. Maintain, keep your story the same.
But where did, but
I had to hit him. It's 3?
Yeah,
3 shots?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, keep it track. I got to watch.
So where the issues come? Where the issues, the fallout came from? There you go.
Listen, bottom line is, man, let me tell you something.
No bottom line. Where the fallout come from? No bottom line me.
Damn, Shuggy. Listen, she's trying to shug me. Like, damn, bro, I came here on some, yo, you know what? I don't talk about a lot of things. I got the little heads up with the person. I'm like, all right, he going to be asking me some questions. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm about to come with my show. I should start answering these questions. I never answer them really. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm too much of a street dude sometimes. So, but I want to be a journalist. I want to become a better journalist. And you know what? These stories are part of my wealth. You know what I'm saying? And I got to tell them. So now, this is the first time I'm telling them, but I'm going to tell them more in depth on the True Era show. But
Absolutely.
Nah, but you know what I'm saying? I was honest. I tell you straight, but I am giving it up too, because it's important that I do that. And in doing that, I'm gonna be honest. Me and Nori just start speaking again. Me and him go through our shit where it's like, yo, we got an ill love, like, you know what I'm saying? On some real shit. We like really brothers, like, cause we'll get on some shit, like, I'm like, yo, fuck, I don't want, listen, man. And you're like, yo, listen, yo, and we just be on some shit. And we won't, but we just start recently speaking again. And this time we did it in a sense where it came also out of a maturity. And again, we came to realize a lot of it was miscommunication. Miscommunication can fuck up a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like they say in any relationship, communication is key. And that's all around the board, even in business, especially in business. Like, you know, in friendships, whatever, you gotta have communication. You can't just assume someone is thinking the way you expect and or want and need them to think.
Right.
It's just not reality. You know what I'm saying? So,
You know, this is where the questions get down.
come on.
So
Totally prepared.
there was no, yeah, of course you are. There was
Totally not.
Nori didn't have a problem with his contract that you guys had together. He didn't have a problem.
This is the irony about that. No, think about this, right?
I'm thinking.
Damn, I don't want to.
You started.
No. I was gonna give a certain example that I don't know. I don't want to offend nobody else, but this outside of this particular scenario. But what I'm saying is, right, unless you put a gun to somebody's head and they sign under duress, isn't it their duty to kind of know what they're signing?
That is true. That is
So
true.
but maybe we stray away from that when we go, yo, we family. And as family, there's not supposed to be anything in there to my vantage point or to your vantage point because we family. Like, what are we talking about here?
Maybe he looked at you like, yo, you my family. You should have a good contract with me. You should do me right.
And maybe we shouldn't have signed it. And if you felt that way, why couldn't we? Contracts are made to be negotiated prior to signing them.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, let's look at this. Let's look at these factors.
Smart guy.
That's true. But
It's a born universal truth. But go ahead.
some people, tomato. You know,
No, but go ahead. I'll get back to that.
both sides. Your thing is like read the contract. His thing may be like, yo, man, you my man. You should, you know, even though it's business, I'm expecting you to take care of me.
If you know that I'm your man and I know that I'm your man and you're my man, we both know that in this world we got to take care of each other. Because when I look for dudes to take care of me, it just never seemed to work out that way.
Yo, you's a jerk, man. You lucky you my yo.
Why am I a jerk?
Y'all like that answer, man.
Why am I a jerk?
Yo,
No, I'm not. You know why you say that? Let me ask you a question.
Don't ask me anything because I'm not answering right now. Okay,
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
asking.
ask G. No. Let me ask you a question, G.
Oh man.
Have you ever put on a dude in the podcast game? That's not a partner to you.
Have I put someone in a podcast game? Not yet. I mean,
Not
DJ.
yet.
DJ.
Have you ever put them
DJ
on?
game.
You put people on DJ wise.
Yeah.
Have any one of them, at least in the marketplace, exceeded you?
There's been some that jumped up and did their thing. Yeah. I don't know if exceeded me.
And DJing, did they exceed you?
Yeah. I mean, I
Just come on, yeah. Just
I
come
mean,
on.
okay. I'm gonna say yes.
All right, that's honest. I respect your honesty. You seem like you struggled with it for a little bit, though. But
I'm trying
in
to
the end,
see
you
plateau of what exceeding what I've done and what they've done. You know.
yeah. Because see, when I say exceeded, not you in totality, but maybe in the DJ realm. Now, okay, now look, now let's just say you put someone on, right, and you get them a situation, and they sign a deal, right, and they sign a deal, go on to do a solo project and exceed the group deal you got them. I would say that the group deal that you got them helped put them in a position to get a solo deal to exceed the group deal.
Yes. Yes.
One point. Another point, too, is you were not forced to do a deal.
Okay.
I was answering this question. I think Nori got the deal he wanted to get, man, at that particular time. Later on, when we realized dudes could have got a lot more, It's funny because I'm about to go on Drink Champs. Supposed to be going on there soon, which I never went on there. I'm supposed to be going on. We talk every day, me and Nori now. You know what I'm saying?
What's your relationship with Capone?
Me and Capone never stopped talking.
Why did you said Cormega said something about you on Drink Champs? Did you hear about it?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Why does he feel that way?
Cormega, someone said it was just crazy to me. Cormega, later on when I confronted him about it, he said he reacted that way because somebody told him something that I said about him.
And what was it you said?
Supposedly that he needed to work on this or work on that in his flow or some shit, right? And that's not what I said.
What did you say?
I said something to the effect that he could work on his rhythm on a particular track that I heard. But the people I was around, they took that and used that to plant seeds between me and him. You know, and when it came out, and it's funny because I didn't know it until I kept pushing him, and finally he blurted it out. He didn't even want to tell me, which I felt like, yo, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck them niggas. We don't know them niggas like that, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know them like that for you to take that and turn on me, in a sense. That's how I took it. And I called him and spoke to him about it. Like a man, like, yo, that's not what it is, man. And we talked about it and, you know, we reconciled it.
What's your relationship with Nas right now?
I haven't spoken to Nas in a minute. The last time I seen Nas, he was doing a show. He dropped the mic when he saw me and gave me a quick back. So, I guess we all right.
Because somebody asked about how did you feel about his Drink Champs interview?
Nas? I want me and Nori to have an explosive interview because we should. And the fans and the people deserve to have that. And I say that to say, I never asked to get on the show. In fact, I declined to get on the show for personal reasons at that time that I got past, that I had to get past. You know what I'm saying? I was being a little petty about shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. And we got past certain things.
Oh, you and Nori?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm honest. I'm straight up. You know what I mean? Take it, run with it, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I came out of one pussy. I'm gonna lay in one grave anyway. So Nas, the interview with Nas, I say that to say I want to still do Nori's show, but I'm going to tell the truth. You get it? All right, let me get to it. I think that interview hurt my man, Nori, man, because he's a much better journalist than how he did that and carried that interview. And the reason why I say that is because even if there were personal questions that they both agreed to not talk about, which is cool, or certain things, you know, I respect that. You know, especially amongst friends, because they are friends. But I just think he, with his influence and the people he has who watch his show, he should have gave them a little something more in terms of the questions that he posed to Nas. Like, even if he got into Nas's writing process. Even if I didn't feel like we got into Nas, the artist. I just felt like it was a sense of, too much sense of awe opposed to an interview. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion.
Oh, exactly. Because you be trying to tell people how to do interviews and stuff like that. Man, stop it, man.
I know.
Yeah, do that on your own platform, man.
And I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't.
You stressed that right there. He got to shoot. Like,
what do you feel like? What do you feel like that was missing from that interview? Like,
I felt like we wanted to know certain things. We wanted to know, how did he feel when he had to go back at Jay? How did he feel people were looking at him in terms of when he did the deal. Why did Ben Horowitz take such a liking to him? What's his writing process? Why does it seem like he chooses beats that he totally overshadows? Like, I would have asked certain kind of questions with him, like, what made him... I think I'm gonna save it though for my shit.
Did you and Nas ever had an issue besides the sister joint?
But I don't have an issue with him really with my sister, but
You ever had an issue?
we had an issue. We had like a underlining issue that wasn't really an issue, and what it was like, again, like, I'm gonna say it like this: when everybody's volleying for the same spot, so to speak,
Okay.
you're gonna take anything as anything.
Okay.
A nigga could be like, yo, man, she could have held this better. She could have. But if we going at the same spot, it's like I went at you. I try to defame you or some shit. And that you could do that.
This
but
nigga's the paraphrase king. What happened, bro?
I'm telling you what
You
happened.
paraphrase. Give us a yo. Look.
You gotta be. Listen. You gotta move accordingly. See, you just like, yo, just blurt it out. But see, like, you don't gotta go amongst your friends after that.
Respect.
You gotta have, you know what I'm saying, and it's not being politically correct. It's being respectful. We shouldn't get on our knees for this shit in any type of way, and be careful because again, I'm just saying it. A nigga will take what you say. Some other nigga will hear this shit and see a connection with niggas coming together and try to. I see niggas do it, believe it or not.
Divide and conquer, right?
Niggas is ill chess players, man.
So, but then you have a phone conversation
and shit gets cleared up, and you like, damn, son, but like, why you even move like that, first of all? But like, damn, like, all right, cool, it's because this nigga said that. Okay, you know what I mean? We good.
See, but you'll talk about it on your own show.
Nah, man, it's like, yo, I mean, I don't know. Like, even like, all right, I said with Mega, like, some niggas from the studio said I said some crazy shit about something. I'm like, damn, son, how long? I had to ask Mega because I don't know, maybe I was a little fucked up off it. And I was like, how long did I know you? Your fucking cousin is my, rest in peace, my best friend. You said in the record, Trash and Oogie was crimies. Your cousin was my best friend. Your aunt, Miss Mary, loves me. She damn near cries when she see me. She remember me being a little kid in front of the store, like 2 a.m. selling shit. She damn near cried. Why? How could you run with what these niggas said like that? But they told you some bullshit. I understand. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool, Megan. Now Nas, it was the same thing.
Same type of shit, like.
So basically, you just you can't keep your opinion to yourself.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Nah, I didn't say an opinion about Nas. I said an opinion about Mega. And it was a constructive criticism, and I believe it was because if it was anything outside of that or below that, I wouldn't have got on 3 records with him prior to that or twice before I said that. That's just me.
So the Nas thing must be a little bit personal because he diverts it twice. But you see, a guy like
no, I didn't diverse it at all. What I said was it was nothing at all. Nas got on the phone one day. We got on the phone. He was like, "Yo, that little shit we had in the 1900s," and I said, "This is years ago. This old shit." Like, I said this in interviews already. I didn't want to give you the same shit, but
respect. All right, so
yeah, like he said something to the effect like, "Yo, that whatever we had is," and I was like, "I didn't even know we had an issue, nigga." And he was like, "Me either," and that was that, dead ass,
respect,
dead ass. Like, we never had nothing.
Okay.
I just think a lot of times, you know, we come from a very competitive arena. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we could feel like, all right, I'm gonna stay over here. You know what I'm saying? Keep my shit over here. I don't know this niggas, you know what I mean?
What happened with you and Havoc?
What you mean?
there was something that said apparently in a Prodigy book. He said that Havoc snuffed you. That's what they said.
Oh man. Again, like I want people to look at the timeline. Do you honestly? First of all, I got Havoc his first solo deal with Nature Sound Records, the Kush. That's Havoc's first solo album. I brokered that deal. And this is supposedly after Havoc snuffed me. First of all, Havoc's like, I'm not gonna get into too much personal shit with me and Hav, for the sake of dignifying P's fabrication and lies with an answer to the taste of me coming off as being foul because the man is dead and can't defend himself, as if he could if he was alive. With this, he can't because he has no grounds to stand on. When did Havoc ever snuff me? Ever. 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 It just doesn't happen.
So you think giving me the death stare is supposed to change my...
That's what I did.
question? I don't understand what that stare was about.
A death stare. That was not a death stare. I don't know a death stare, bro.
Death stare in
That was
terms.
listen, that was I was somewhere else when I said that. I wasn't even looking at you.
A death stare in layman's terms, meaning that you're not there. That's my definition.
You shut us.
Nah, I don't need to.
Singapore, the cake, he baked the cake.
I don't need to spit it, man.
Baked the cake.
So-
All right.
so
I'm not. I took that. Listen, I'm not giving you no death stare. I don't got no death in me.
No,
I'm not.
no.
I'm just saying the nigga did not snuff me,
Respect.
and that's a little insulting and a little disrespectful for a nigga to even say that.
Got you.
That's what that is. Again, my friends don't do this shit. So like,
I understand. Why you didn't go to his funeral?
who, P's funeral?
Yes.
I loved Yami. I didn't go to Yami's funeral. I love my mother. I didn't go to her funeral.
When P was alive, had you guys ever had any like misunderstanding?
Yeah, definitely. But the misunderstanding was more on my part than his. He knew exactly what he was dealing with. I didn't. I misunderstood him.
What was the misunderstanding based off of?
One thing, I forgot certain things. You know, that should always be up front. I forgot certain things. Like, and sometimes we do that. You know what I mean? We do that when life gets a little better. We kind of ease up on certain things and let go of certain things that we shouldn't. And I say all that to say, like, you know, I was honest with him about something, and I shouldn't have did that. And he took that shit to heart. He did a song and it was whack, and I told him.
You see, it's all the same thing.
It's not, bro.
It's all the same thing. You keep putting your mouth on how people rhyme.
No, bro.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna get down to the bottom. I knew it. I knew he was gonna talk yourself into it. I knew it.
No, but I'm not talking myself out of it.
It's the same thing.
See, you're not understanding the timeline right now.
But
You're not understanding the timeline. Let me tell you the timeline,
you
bro.
gotta give me credit and say, Flip. When I said earlier about the stuff I talked about, I said it shows a pattern. Right?
No, listen.
And I respect the fact that you voiced it.
Listen. Listen. If my man comes to me and he says, "What do I think about this nigga?" and I tell him, and I say, "Play it," I'm like, "Yo, that shit sound whack." And I said that.
You're the godfather of Queensbridge.
I said that shit sound whack.
Don't talk. Oh, okay.
And you know what? He said, "Don't talk what?"
Like, yeah, listen to this.
This nigga's crazy. Look, I said the shit sound whack because it did sound whack. The nigga went to the hospital. Look, one thing about me, yo, I'm going to tell my opinion, but if I'm wrong, I'm going to say I was wrong. Word to everything. Word to everything. So he went to the hospital. When he got out the hospital, I went by Half Crib. No, not when he got out the hospital. He went in the hospital. One day I go to Half Crib. I was like, "Yo, won't you hear some shit?" I'm like, "All right, play it." And I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" I was like, "Yo, who that?" He was like, "Yo, that's my man." I'm like, your man who? He's like, yo, that's my man P. I was like, get the fuck out of there. That's not that nigga. That's the nigga you let me hear before? Yeah. Well, son, stop playing with me, son. That's not the same nigga. Yo, yes it is. Here, listen to this one too. Now I'm like, oh shit, this nigga gonna be a problem. He's a problem. So as I say, see, people get one side of the story with me and they just run with it. I said the nigga was whack because he fucking was whack at the time. The nigga went to the hospital. You think your death looks supposed to scare me? Nigga?
His voice.
Why you balling your fist up, son? I'm feeling a little uncomfortable.
His voice went. You saw his voice went to that well? You sounded like.
Yo, this nigga staring at me like this. What the fuck? Don't ask me the question, nigga.
Nah, I'm just saying.
What the fuck is going on? What you got in that bag?
You right.
So where's Ebok at? I know you working here for these niggas, but I'm a good nigga. Don't leave me in here like that, son.
So
that
but did y'all, were y'all ever able to settle it?
Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. He said some shit about me killing my boy in the book. That was crazy. It was a total lie. Listen, that was crazy. Yo, man, like, I'm a different type of dude. Like, I can tell you some shit. Like, the dude wound up moving across the street from me, Prodigy, right? After he wrote this shit in the book, right? And I go to the store, and the dude in the store is like, yo, 2 rappers in one day. Because I like to cook and shit, right? So I'm always going back and forth to the store, buying shit, cook. I cook everything. I make breakfast, lunch, and dinner, cook it. You know what I'm saying? So... he's like, yo, 2 rappers in one day. So I'm like, oh, who you saw, Flush? Because Flush was living like right up the street. Matter of fact, Flush was living up the street. Mike Geronimo lived a couple blocks away. Chinks lived right there. Like Chinks Drugs, rest in peace. We all lived like in the same area, right?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the area, right?
Yes.
So fucking, the kid is like, yo, 2 rappers in one day. So I'm like, who you see, Flush, fat ass? He probably is coming from my crib. He was like, nah. He said, Prodigy. I said, now, this is at the time when, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? I said, he was in this store? He was like, yeah. I said, yeah? I said, where you live at? So he said, he walks me to the front of the store, and he was like, right there. And I looked at the building and said, oh, shit. This nigga live right across the street from me. Like, literally across the street. I was like, wow, ain't this a bitch? So now I'm going to the store more often than the kid. But I told the kid in the store, I said, yo, he was like, yo, y'all from the bridge, y'all boys. He's a younger kid. So I'm like, yeah. But I said, he wound up telling me he was talking to P's daughter. So I said, I tried to hit him with a jewel. I said, yo, man, me and P been through a little things, right? I said, don't tell him you saw me and told me. Don't tell him you told me where he lives at. Don't do it. I said, if you want to keep talking to his daughter, don't do it. The kid was young, stupid. He got excited. He told P deaded him. He couldn't go to the crib no more. Because P knew he was wrong and he felt like, but P had a good dude in his cipher named Tyson. Tyson's from Jamaica. I got a lot of love for Tyson. Nobody can talk bad about Tyson in my presence. I love the dude. He's a good dude. Tyson came to me right after P wrote the book and was like, yo, I told P, that shit is crazy. You stupid. You know what I mean? I'm first meeting Tyson. I'm not trusting him. So I'm like, yeah, all right. That's your man. He feeds you. But you want to do what's right by me or some shit. Like, come on. But as I got to know Tyson and see how he moved, I was like, oh shit, son, it's official with what he. I could take it as him having a level of sincerity there. Anyway, long story longer, I wound up going to BB King's. They did a show. You know what I'm saying? Tyson was like, yo, he's in the dressing room. Go in there. I said, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I said, yo, tell him I'm outside. Because I knew if I walked in the dressing room, he's just seeing me. right after he put out this fabrication, these lies, he don't know how he's gonna look crazy in the face with all them people in his dressing room. He's gonna embarrass himself, and I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm here for. But he did come out. He came right out, and I was like, "Yo, what up?" And I, I told him, I was like, "Yo, you violated. You got to make this shit right." And he was like, "You right." I didn't get into details with it because there's nothing he could really say to justify it. So we not even gonna go there. You just gonna make it right. What would be him making it right? That would have been something we came to terms with. Because you basically try to stain my name, you know what I'm saying? With lies. Even Havoc knew they was lies. You know? There's no way in the world I kill your brother and you do a song with me. 3 times. Look at the timeline. You know what I'm saying, baby? These is the facts.
All right.
Niggas talk crazy. Look at the timeline. But go ahead.
Last question. We gotta,
Wrap it up, right?
Ice Cube and Master P allegations. It's a question somebody told me to ask you, a fan. What were they about?
You know what it's really about? Bottom line is, when you're an artist and you make a particular album or song, it becomes your staple, your landmark, what you're known for, what carves your lane. Any other artist who tries to aura snatch that is out of pocket and wrong. When you make means to communicate with dudes, before you take it to a certain level, that's moving accordingly. When you don't get no response, you got to do what you got to do. I'm not letting nobody just rob me like that. It's not going to happen. So I try to reach out to dudes. Yo, this is my song. With Arrest the President. I didn't sue Ice Cube. That's what people got to understand. I just put a cease and desist out. That's one of the songs I am known for. You know what I'm saying? You ain't had a heart to make that song, and I did. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to take my legacy. And you're one of the main people who talk independence and, the culture and, and you trying to snatch my shit. Master P, I sued Master P because he didn't just take the single, he took Intelligent Hoodlum. That's a whole album concept, bro. You can't tell me you don't know about me. You can't tell me you don't know about you ain't just make that up, nigga. When do that come around? Like, you ain't just make that up.
Did you win the lawsuit?
It's not done yet.
Okay.
Always a good sign is the other party admitting fault. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't win yet, but.
Well.
Any final words?
Words.
Anything you want to promote now that you got going on?
Oh yeah, of course. I got my project, my EP coming out next month, February 24th. It's called The Hidden Files. I got China Mac on it, Raekwon, 38 Special, Planet Asia, a few other dudes. And also too, look for my podcast dropping. True Era, me and Shoe Banger.
Shout out Shoe Banger one time.
Yeah, shout out to Shoe Banger one time, man.
Anybody? Social media.
Oh, my social media is Tragedy252. Tragedy252 on Instagram. That's what I fuck with heavy. All the other shit, the Facebook shit, all that shit is corny. I fuck with Instagram, straight to it. Tragedy252. When's this interview dropping?
We don't answer those. Go ahead, G.
Are you serious?
We don't answer questions like that.
Wow.
Yo,
that's crazy.
Classic episode, you know what I'm saying? This,
Yes.
learned a lot today. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the big homie.
Good looking. Appreciate you.
That's number 6. That's number 6.
Good looking, baby.
Yeah.
I'm keeping track too. Talk to me, I talk back. You heard? I ain't even get crazy on this shit. Cause y'all was like on some deep shit. I got high power slang. I ain't even get crazy. I just threw a little light shit out there. I'm getting in shape. I'm getting back in shape. You know what I mean?
We signing out, man. Don't forget to follow the pages, man. At Flip the Script Pod, at DJG10156, at Queenzflip with a Z. Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to Michelle one time, Mighty 2 times.
Southside Jamaica. Southside Jamaica and Queensbridge.
That's a fact.
Word up, man.
That's a fact. Shout out to Mina, shout out to Basco, E-Bach, the whole squad. You know what it is.
All the facts.
Yo, it's Queenzflip, man. URLTV.tv. Shout out to Mighty 2 times. Shout out to Mina, who I want to get rid of. I want to fire her already.
Man.
Yeah, shout out to Basco. Shout out to E-Bach. E-Bach making things happen. You know what I'm saying? Remember, listen, man. Lock your doors, close your windows, close your blinds, open your blinds. And if you see a nigga like Tragedy on your lawn, please do not be afraid to use a firearm. I'm from Queens.
Wow, hold on, stop that. Yo, don't stop it. Dub the bogeys. Love yourself, man.